It's just the way that you're looking in my eyes. Your heart's been beating like a kick drum. Maybe I can show you why. It's 100 degrees and I just can't help myself. Yeah, you're looking at me like she no good for my head. And I know that I came in with someone else. It's 100 degrees and I just can't help I just can't help myself. No, I just can't help can't help my. No, I just can't help my. It's 100 degrees and I just can't help myself. Yeah, you're looking at me like she no good for my head. And I know that I came in with someone else. It's 100 degrees and I just can't help no, I just can't help myself.
Say what you want, say what you want, say what you want. Say what you want, say what you want, say what you want. Say what you want, say what you want, say what you want. Say what you want, say what you want, say what you want. Who's gonna save me? Who's gonna save me? Who's gonna save me? Who's gonna save me?
Wait, whoop, that's muted. It is up, everybody. Thank you guys so much for coming to hang out. It is, of course, Thursday. And as we all know, on the day of the Thunder God, we play Dungeons and Frickin' Dragons, people. And today is no different. Welcome to the 33rd session of the There Will Be Blood campaign. I, of course, am your Dungeon Master Extraordinaire, Xerak, and I'm joined by my co-Dungeon Master Extraordinaire, Lavinian.
Hi.
And we're just getting warmed up here. So again, thank you guys so much for coming to hang out. It's always appreciated. I want to give a further shout out again to Maven. Thank you for the 100 bits today. And again, Raidakai, thank you so much for gifting that tier 1 community sub to Land FTW. What a magnificent person, who also shot me out with a follow last night while I was sitting here watching dumb YouTube videos and trying to fall asleep. I got a pop-up and it's like, Land FTW has followed you. I was like, what a guy. What a guy. So thank you so much for that. Also got a follow from Fallen Lord FTW, who joined the adventurers here. Did I tell you I've settled on a nomenclature? Followers are adventurers, but subscribers are members of the Heroes Hall and are heroes themselves. So you guys are all heroes. Congratulations.
I'm a hero.
So anyway, we are 2 people short. So we'll
Pros as a note for you.
I would like a note.
I fixed your bow. So the damage of the 8 plus 2d8 radiant. Just 2d8 radiant is what the arrows are.
I'm pretty funny. Come on.
Same.
Funny looking.
Oh, got me. Oh, it hurts so bad. Oh.
Right in the feels.
Apparently she does watch your stream.
Oh, nice. Oh, wow, that hurts even more. Why would you do this to me? Now we're ready.
Made it personal.
Right. We're ready whenever you want to join, my lord, but we're still waiting on Chris, so take your time.
Okay. I will be ready momentarily.
No worries. Silverleaf, bye.
Bye.
Kiri, get fucked.
You can fight things that are like vulnerable to radiant damage and all that.
Well, obviously. Or resistant to radiant damage.
Or resistant. But if they're resistant to radiant, they're also likely resistant to piercing, bludgeoning, and slashing.
Right. The resistant to radiant, you probably need to see about your resurrection policy or whatever temple you have at. I've literally had characters before that have had like temples where they're going like, okay, this is what you do. On the 1st of every month, you're gonna cast a true resurrection and try to res me. If I don't show up, fucking great. You didn't waste anything, you're fine. Here's 10,000 gold and a 5,000 gold piece diamond, you know?
So we had a game where like that's pretty much a staple in most of our D&D games, right?
Right, exactly.
We had a guy who was playing a paladin, went to his church, and basically set the same thing up. And it's basically on the 1st of every month, I want you to cast Ascending. And basically, if I respond to the sending, you're good. If I don't respond, here's the funds for basically a monthly
True
sending
res.
scroll for X time frame plus the components for true res.
Right.
Well, what we didn't know, and it was this game, the DM was actually going to phase us from fantasy to Star Wars. So we were basically, the entire kingdom we were on was built over a crashed continent-wide colony ship.
Okay.
And we completely like missed every single clue that he sent for us to go on the actual adventure.
Okay.
So we ended up leveling to about level 17 in Fantasy World. And when we
Okay.
finally actually got into the story, we were fighting like Jedi and Sith, which were all like, because Jedi and Sith are basically like level 5 to 10 sorcerers, and we just kind of wiped the floor with everything
Right.
because of how we leveled.
I'm a
but-
Jedi. I'm a barbarian.
But the funny part was when basically the gods were these people who crashed on this planet and basically set themselves up as gods and have been monitoring everything. And basically all of them did a huge ritual to basically put this entire planet into a pocket dimension and
Okay.
sped up time because they were being chased by the Sith. So there's been all these like prophecies about this extraplanar entity that's going to invade. And literally it was like in universe time, real world time, they were going to be here in like a week, but it was like hundreds of years. And we were we were at the edge of that 100 years where it was going to happen within the next like 12 months or something.
Great.
So when we eventually did go and deal with this extraplanar threat, the paladin collapsed because we went into real world time where basically the church was sending him ascending, and he was getting ascending every couple milliseconds, and it just bombarded his brain to the point where he just collapsed.
he got like 10,000 sendings all at once. That's amazing.
It was amazing.
Whoever was GMing that's props. That's props right there.
Like, fortunately, he wasn't out of the game for long, because of the fact that after a certain amount of time and they couldn't resurrect him, they gave up. But still, they tried for several years.
It's good on them. That's just awesome.
Kiri.
Yo.
Kiriel. There you see her, sitting there across the way.
Wah, wah, wah.
Wah, 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 wah. Now we just need a Chriso.
Cat, I was about to get up and get a drink.
Oh man, now I need to go pee.
That sounds like a catastrophe.
Cat ass trophy.
So, Lynx, do you like my my addition to the map?
Which map?
By the
big
way,
map in the center?
Crows and Kiri.
Zoom in.
Who is Carry Me Harder?
The ruins of
Some
Silver Moon.
scrub.
I think you should kick that person. Oh, I just flashed your real name to my entire stream because I clicked on it, and it showed me your Steam profile.
Uriel is his real name.
Why would you change your name to Carry Me Harder and not Kiri or something?
Kiri
Kiri
me
me
harder?
harder?
That would have been great. Kiri me harder. Damn,
Carry on
missed
my
opportunity.
wayward
Not it's
son.
not missed. It's only missed if you don't log out and change it right now. Kiri Me Harder. Considering Kyrie eleison means like God have mercy, does that mean like God me harder or something? It would, right?
Oh god, oh god, oh god.
Whatever happened to Capstoner?
Hmm?
Capstoner.
That's an excellent question.
Carry Me Harder is color white. That's some racist shit. Come on. Come on, TTS. You can't be fucking. You just can't just call someone white. All right, I'm gonna grab a quick bio and hope Chriso shows up. Chriso shows up.
Crypto.
Dude, I'm on a special brand of crack today. I've been talking so fast all day. Like when I was reading stuff in Pathfinder, I was reading dialogues out loud, and it was just like, anyway, BRB.
So is that the edition you're talking about? The Shine of Larue and the Ruins of Silver Moon?
Yep.
I like it.
You like that crater?
I do. I like the whole thing. Wah, wah, wah.
Never fear, I is here.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Let's see. Let's throw this in chat. Bam. Some info. Latest video has been uploaded rather, to YouTube. That's available for posterity. Why does Kiri keep grunting?
What?
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 Nothing.
Who?
Who? What? Who? What? Where? Ooh, a list of characters? No way.
Probably update that.
Probably. The Sunseeker. I would like to create a page or something, or some way to like link to a particular page where it autofills based off of the character sheet information, so it updates automatically, magically. I mean, things like Crow's character may be more difficult, but levels, blurbs, descriptions, I think.
Why would my character be more difficult?
Because you switch characters. Got it. So while we wait for a Chrysamite who is playing Belisario to join us, why don't we get a little recap of what happened last time? Except this time, I won't be the one giving you the recap. For that, I'm going to lean on Lynx, who is playing the role of Felicity.
Oh dear.
Come on, you're good at story time. Give us story time.
All right. So let's see. We started. Remind me exactly where we started last session. Was it in the? It was in the. Oh, we started with the ritual. That's right. Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
So we started with the ritual, and Aelmar was doing his thing, and then it got really cold, and Aelmar's like, "It wasn't me," and Felicity's like, "I don't like this," and everyone else got really cold and got frozen.
All
but I
right,
didn't get
we're
frozen
gonna go.
'cause I
We're
was
gonna go
cold.
ahead and pass this over to Crows to continue.
You wanted me to tell the story.
Yeah,
I
did.
think he was doing a great job.
Go ahead. Continue. Continue, Lynx.
Okay. So it got really cold, and some of us got frozen. I didn't get frozen because we passed our wisdom save. And all of a sudden, the Lian Shay was there. Ooh! And Lian Shay's like, I'm really decked out in all my regalia. And everyone's like, ooh, that's really, really good regalia. And it had lots of cold iron. Pay attention to the cold iron. And she's like, Roroth, you're coming with me. And Roroth's like, what do you want, bitch? You don't have any musk. And then he's like, I will go with you. And so she takes
Sorry,
she takes Roroth away, and before she leaves, Felicity tries to tell him to not add hot water to his biscuit mix, because otherwise his muffins aren't going to rise. But then the portal whisks away, and Roroth is gone. Aw, poor sad Roroth. And then we finish the ritual, and the boatman Owen Sue appears. Ooh, and he says, if you step on my boat, you will die, but I can't go anywhere because my gods are dead. And Aelmar's like, oh, really? You're very interesting. I'm going to write this down. And so he starts writing stuff down. And everyone else is like, so we're going to just hang around here for a while. And then he makes a ritual, and he puts him into a mummy's body. And Owen Sue's now in a mummy's body. And then he's like, I'm going to make a boat. And Belisar's like, I have a boat. And the guy's like, you have a boat that's an artifact? Yeah, it's an artifact. And so then they make the artifact into a boat. And so we take we take Belisario's boat, and we go to the Fugue Plane. And the Fugue Plane of Zemdov, if anyone doesn't know, is the plane of the dead, where the dead wait for judgment or vote for judgment or don't get judged, and it's really scary and don't like it. And so we sail on down to the Fugue Plane, and as we're going there, we start seeing things, and it's kind of washed out. And we're super, super color saturated, especially Felicity, because she's very colorful. And as we're going down into the Fugue Plane, we see souls that are withered, and we see souls that are kind of not withered, and they're like lackadaisical, going, I don't want to do anything. Oh, life is so ennui. And other ones are eating those guys. And all of a sudden, Penny starts going kind of, hi guys, it's very funny. I don't like it over here. I used to be a sailor. And she starts going kind of weird. And then we decide we want to go talk to one of the guys there. And then she screams, ah! And it was really, really scary. And it freaked Felicity out and everybody else out. And so then we decide that we want to go see this wall. And we go see this wall, and the walls are actually compressed people. And Penny starts talking to the wall. Hi, little brick. I like you, little brick. Hey, is that you, John? I don't know, John. Is that you? And then we follow the wall there. We see the part where the wall gets bitten into and it's getting eaten. And we decide we're going to break into the wall instead of walking up to the gate where the gate guys are. And it turns out we could have gone to the gate, but we didn't go to the gate. So we go through the gate there, and Belisarion banishes one of the bricks. Ha! But he has to finger the butthole of the brick. And it disappears. And then we go into the hole of the brick, and then we hear somebody else the other side of the brick. Then the brick's like, hey, are you talking to me? And the guy's like, I'm talking to you. Is anyone else here? And I guess then he fingers the butthole of that brick, and that pops away there. And then we go through it, and then we meet Gift. Gift's a really beautiful red skin lady with a bow. And we're like, hi there, lady. And I was like, hi, I'm Gift. I have a boat. And so I was like, we need to go to the Crystal Tower. Crystal Tower, that's where we're going all the time there. And so we go to the Crystal Tower. How are we going to get in the Crystal Tower? We could toss the door and toss the gnome. I don't want to be tossed. I can fly over there. Felicity tries to transform, but she can't transform because, she's still got her thing going on there. If you want to know more about that, subscribe to Xerak's channel. And if you want to go over there. And so we finally get into the tower. We go there, and we look around there. Everyone's looking around for this big summoning circle right in front of there, and we can't find it. And then Felicity goes, I think it's down here. And it turns out it was down there. And so then we go down here, we find there, and we look for traps. And there's a brick that's got these little metal circles in there, and they're all made of different things there. There's like mithril and adamantium and silver and mithril and cold iron. Remember when I said pay attention to cold iron? So then we have to, turns out we have to dispel the spell that's on the spells of the metal, and we say, it's probably the cold iron one there. So we try dispelling it there, and Kiri goes to dispel with her magic, and she goes dumb because, feeble mind. But luckily, Felicity had a heal spell on, boom, and it actually goes off. So I'm going to save Kiri for being a stupid person. And then she tries the other one, I think it was adamantite, and boom, meteor swarm goes off there, and she gets really blowed up. but luckily she had some healing on her, and I did some healing on her, and we stayed there. And when we did this whole big long thing there, we tried to figure out how we're gonna do there, and just finally Elmer's like, I'm gonna go outside the door and watch from out there, and we're like, yeah, that's a great idea. So we all go outside there, and the guards are out there watching. They're solars, I think, if I remember correctly. And they're like looking at us like, hey, how you guys doing? We're like, hi, how are you? And they're just like, okay. And so then we're looking there, and finally Belisario's like, I'm gonna try. I think it was the Mithril one, because there was actually like speed metal clues that Xerak was trying to give us there, but it didn't really quite work out that well. But then anyway, he goes there and he goes, blammo, and he gives us a natural 20, and blammo, he actually managed to dispel it, and a little shard appears, and that's where we ended the game.
And a scroll.
And a scroll.
Shard and a scroll appeared. That was
A shard and a scroll.
I just bravo. That was amazing.
Yeah, that was impressive.
I laughed. I cried. I like
Some more crying.
yeah, mostly cried, but still, nonetheless. So all the coke addicts of my stream know what happened now.
That was Felicity telling the recap.
Right. No, that was well done. I actually like that. I especially loved Curie's message, chapter 33, wherein Xerak immediately regrets his choices. I thought was fucking brilliant. But I have not heard from Chrysomite, and Chrysomite is away. So that said, we're gonna continue. I think. I'm going to pull up the D&D screen, and I believe we are going to start off, of course, in the same situation. We're still within the crystalline hall of Kalimvor, the god of the dead, abandoned, save for us and some guardians at the doorway. We are literally in the hall of the dead. And I will let you guys take it away, specifically Aelmar. Oh, you know what? We didn't introduce characters yet. Sorry. Lavinian is playing the character Aelmar. Crows, of course, is playing the character Gift. Curie is playing a character named Curie. Weird, I know. And Lynx is playing Felicity. I, of course, am playing Nepentha. And Chrysomite, when he rejoins us, is playing Aelmar.
So Elmar, after the hijinks and shenanigans, will tentatively walk out to where the scroll and the shard are, looking up for more meteors and stuff, and then reach down and pick up the scroll. Pause for a moment, and then pick up the shard.
Okay.
I flinch.
Nothing amiss seems to happen to anyone else. Anyone who's observing this doesn't see anything happen at this point, really, except for Aelmar probably getting maybe a slightly
Some tingles.
distant look on his face,
A little aroused.
kind of like when he's reading a new book and he just finished a chapter and he's kind of contemplating for a moment. But other than
Alamar, is that what you came for?
I'm sorry, what?
He's contemplating.
Is that what you entered this realm for?
It is. Curie.
Doesn't look like much.
So, I think this is going to do more than I expected.
What do you mean?
Well, currently, there is a problem in the Outer Planes, as you can see outside. I think the fugue plane was created to replace something, and I believe this is going to fix something.
But that's very vague, Aelmar. I don't understand what you're saying.
So the purpose of the tower, I believe, is a conduit of magic, specifically souls. I believe this tower will help ferry the dead to where they belong. Without God intervention. I'm not sure what's going to happen, but I believe that I should probably start the ritual.
What, like right here?
Yes.
Because of what's happening outside.
Yes.
Hmm.
At least the initial attunement process.
What do you
I
need
don't-
from us?
I don't mean to diminish your studies in any way, but is there an expert on cosmology and the realms that we should consult first? Seems to me that what we are about to attempt will have world-breaking consequences, potentially.
You don't believe that the world breaking. You don't believe that what is happening outside is already breaking the cosmology? If
I-
you're looking for an expert on planar studies, I am one. However, what we're about to do is not something that anyone has ever been able to study because this is the domain of the gods.
Okay. So how does it work right now? Because what
As-
you told me before is that when souls come here, they come here to be judged or whatever, and then they all go to the realms of the gods they worship. And you told me that that wall out there is built out of any souls that were not faithful to a god.
Almost. That wall outside is built for any that do not pledge allegiance to a god or follow a god and basically claim to follow a god but do not. The faithless and the false. So if
Yes.
you do not follow a god, you are part of the wall. You are.
So to be clear, I am completely in favor of replacing that ideology. As I said before, I wish to see that wall come down. So I would very much, want to believe that what you are about to attempt will be successful. But if we are going to upend the entire cosmology, obviously, in theory, the gods are vulnerable right now, but I can't imagine that they will appreciate us taking so much of their power away.
Well, likely not. However, what's out there cannot remain as it is. Those souls, those spirits are in anguish. They're eating each other and tearing each other apart, or in general deteriorating. So while yes, I believe that this entire process is flawed, and I also too believe that the wall should come down. I think activating this will fix some of it.
Yes, I'm just asking you to consider what happens after.
Elmar kind of looks at you. I suppose it wouldn't be any different than storming this place and tearing down the wall ourselves, yeah?
I was intending to be much more prepared before I made that attempt, but
Come on, we do our best work or we're not super prepared. I mean, we fixed Silvery Moon. We didn't know anything about that. You know, we rescued Sundabar, and we didn't know too much about what was going on there. Luckily, we had some time to prepare for that. You know, think about Blingmanstone. We didn't even think we were going to do anything about saving Blingmanstone, and we did.
Yeah. So,
We
what
think good on our feet.
do you have any idea of what is happening with the gods and what the ultimate resolution of that is going to be?
To be honest, I do not. I had a feeling something has been amiss ever since we heard of what happened with Loth and LaRue. So,
So if,
I have heard rumblings elsewhere, but I very much wanted the rumblings to be false.
if we start this ritual and we establish this tower with an entirely new process and path for deceased souls,
Can I get a perception check from everyone?
Yeah.
how do we protect it once we've done so? How will we make sure that what we establish stays whole?
18.
27.
How do you rotate stuff again? There we go.
Elmar has a
probably.
22. Well, as far as how to protect it,
You got a 27, Crows?
Yeah.
You get a strong feeling like you were being watched. But you do not see anything that appears to be watching you.
Gift holds up her hand. I have a feeling, and she kind of like glances around. She pulls out her bow to be a little bit more ready.
Elmar takes the cue from Gift and kind of lowers his voice. Well, I suppose protecting it will come down to what we do with Sundabar. We protect it. I believe this tower has some defenses of its own, but I believe I need to summon it first.
But I'm suggesting once we do so, we may not want to leave right away.
You mean leave here?
Is that not where you're summoning the tower?
No, I'm not summoning the tower here.
Oh,
I'm attuning it. The attunement must be done here.
Is it a long process?
Xerak, how long do I think it's going to take me?
I'm gonna say the ritual to complete it is actually about an hour. You know, during that time while you're working on the attunement ritual, that it's going to capture all of your attention, and that you can't stop doing it once you start. It is a relatively dangerous ritual.
About an hour is what I would need. It's very similar to attuning a bow or a sword outside of here, but slightly more involved.
is it possible to get word to the ship in case we need to make a hasty exit?
I believe that is possible, yes. Elmar reaches it for his scroll satchel and kind of
Perhaps
I do
Belisario
not
could
have
go
that
and
ability
prepare
right
the
now.
ship and be ready to pick us up? Since he also has an earpiece.
That could work.
The difficulty is getting him out of the city.
If Belisario was here, he would mention that he's got his ward set up there, and he would just teleport us all there.
Word of recall.
It's a good point. He could word of recall to it.
Oh,
But he would word to recall all of us.
That's a good
that
point.
suffices.
Yeah.
And I think it's just an action to do. It's a pretty cool spell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we have an out.
Oh,
An insta out.
well, that
So-
works then. So I guess I will see to it that you're not disturbed.
Thank you.
You said you're attuning the tower, but you're not summoning it here. Where are you summoning it?
I would summon it either near Sundabar or near Silvery Moon.
Ah,
Somewhere close by.
Does the attunement have to be done right here?
It needs to be done in this hall. As Elmar kind of looks around in the hall we're standing in.
She salutes you. Well, I'm not going anywhere, so I might as well protect you.
And I'll
Thank you.
help, of course. 'cause,
is it
yeah.
appreciated, lady? We're in like kind of what's essentially like Telemvor's waiting room, sort of. Then his
You're
Some
you're
cheesy magazines.
this is his Hall of Judgment. This is the
Hall
is
of
the
Judgment,
courtroom. Yeah.
okay, right, gotcha. So is it pretty open? Are there
Is a,
sensible entry points?
it is
so
a
to speak?
large open hall with viewing galleries. It is not set up to really be
Gotcha,
defensible
gotcha.
at all.
Okay,
Give-
fantastic.
Let me see if I have something that we can work with. If you want to see it, hold on
Sure.
one sec.
By the way, Nepenthe for some reason seems to have become very Nepenthe-y again. Belisario!
I fell asleep.
That's okay, buddy.
And you
What-
know who woke me up?
My message?
Nope.
My pee-pee?
My son, who is still awake.
Ah,
Nice.
got him.
That's no longer.
We're debating the ritual that Aelmar wants to perform now. It has been brought up that your word of recall could get us back to the ship.
Is that what we want? Is that what we're doing?
Not at this moment. He wants to do the ritual, but it's going to take an hour.
Okay. Well,
And potentially result in something happening to this plane of existence.
Indeed.
that sounds like fun.
I
That's what I
think so.
said.
Just looking
No,
for a
we're
good picture here.
We're going to Hex Grid.
Oh, yeah.
Big blank hex. You draw some lines.
I mean, I can. Give me like
So, like,
a few minutes to take a look here at.
Give me 2 shakes of a
I like
jackrabbit's
this one.
ass.
We'll use this one as maybe. Does that work? Xerak, I'm gonna send you something. You let me know if this will work for what we're doing here. It's not perfect, but I don't know if I'm able to find like the Hall of Judgment.
Meanwhile, at the Hall of Judgment.
Give me 2 shakes.
Okay.
I had one I was looking at. Let's see if I can find it in a reasonable time frame.
this could also work. But yeah, if you have something that's perfect. Another option.
Oh, I like the second one you sent me. I think the second one you sent me is perfect.
All right. Where'd that?
We'll just ignore the context and in theater of the mind fashion pretend everything is crystally.
Exactly. And we'll do this.
Theater of the mind, aka I didn't prep. Oh man, now I like this one though. Hold on a second.
All right.
I want you to tell me what you. No, I said image in a new tab. Tell me if you hate this and you like yours better.
I think that's perfect.
Isn't that dope?
I like it. I'm using that.
It's dope, guys.
So dope. So boss. Remember when
So
Link said
bomb.
boss and then said that he didn't say boss? Chriso?
Was this 20 years ago?
I don't.
A year ago, maybe.
I don't know what you were talking.
When
I
Link's
don't-
when Link's used to go, man, that's boss.
Your
And
boss.
it always amused me.
Oh,
Because I felt like I was watching Blossom or something.
Whoa.
Whoa.
that explains a lot about how Link spent time as a youth.
Does it surprise you?
Two Utes.
I think he was a boss.
No. Is this an ice palace? Is that what I'm staring at?
It's
Crystal.
also a nice palace.
Crystal.
Why crystal?
Because
Yeah,
you're
no.
in the Crystal Spire.
Did I miss something?
Yeah, the crystal part.
Wait, the Crystal Spire? Like, so is this the room with all the trolls?
What kind
it's
of
Skeksis.
magic spell
So-
to use? Snips and snails. Your mom's a whore.
No, it's puppy dog tails. God.
Maybe if you're.
I didn't hear that last part. 'cause
I
it
didn't
cut out.
finish it. To be honest, I didn't know what else to say really.
Now I have David Bowie in my head. Thanks.
Winky face.
Winky
You remind
face,
me
yeah.
of Mad.
And the Goblin King's package.
Now I've got David Bowie. Head. Me. Wait,
have you been drinking?
no. I wish though.
No.
I haven't not been drinking.
Take one.
Let's see if I
Bartender.
can get the grid lined up real quick.
3, 2, 1, go. Where's my barkeep? Get in. Sorry, sir, but the dungeon master's requested another libation. Oh, so close. They need to be slightly smaller. Slightly larger.
Is it larger?
The board squares need to be slightly larger, I think. They are not lining up. Ooh, so close.
Oh, there you go.
They're not quite on yet. Oh, you're like millimeters away from lining them up correctly. You move left slightly. Stop. Move up a little. No, other way.
Your other up.
Oh, down slightly and right slightly.
Is this room's background image from Skyrim? It looks like one of the places you fight a dragon disciple.
Sky's Rim is for the Nords, but no, this is a real place.
Doesn't look real. It looks CGI.
It's a real place, damn it. In
Real
Skyrim.
place. In Skyrim.
Skyrim's real to some of us, okay?
Hey, I don't king shame.
All right. We may have to turn grid snapping off for this, but that's
Yes.
all right.
We'll live. Okie dokie. Okie day.
I'm going to turn grid snapping off.
That's fine. So yes, there's been some discussion about the ritual to attune Aelmar to whatever the thing is.
The thing he came here for.
Yeah. It has to be, the attunement apparently has to be done in this hall. And it is believed it'll have some effects on this plane of existence. Specifically something to do with the souls that reside in it.
Missing one?
Gift? You got gift.
No.
Okay.
Felicity?
Felicity's
Felicity's up on the throne.
Oh, she's up on the throne.
She's taking a poop.
You know what? You can be there. Go for it.
Scanlan style. You're still missing one though.
Who?
Elagon.
Okay. I didn't know if Elgon was with us.
He sounds so offended.
Where's my flipping horse, man? Taking a shit in the throne room of a god.
Okay.
Which I mean, to be
There's
fair,
Elgon for you.
if there was a horse, I was going to get away with it. There we go. Man, my face is so blue right now because of how blue this map is. I need better backlighting.
Oh, you reminded me I have to take my light kit to work tomorrow.
Ooh.
Hope I know where it is.
All right. So please continue, RP.
All right. So Elmar's over here talking with Kiri. And we'll just say that this edge here is not really an edge. That just goes out further. So basically this entire thing is an opening to another to more hallway. And of course you got the stairway over here. And the stairway over here that leads somewhere, and then the corridor back here that leads somewhere.
Don't mind me. I'm just marking the tile where you found the thing. Just as a point of reference.
Okay. So, I guess, Kira, if you are ready, I will begin the ritual now.
All right. I'll keep an eye out over here, I suppose.
And Aelmar begins a ritual.
I think Penn will stay fairly close to Aelmar. There's not. Who's Rin?
The succubus.
Oh, okay. Got it. I didn't zoom in enough. All right, so Aelmar begins the ritual. And at first, y'all don't really see anything other than Aelmar kind of scribing different marks in the ground and, you know, pricking a finger and chanting and everything. But after like a minute or two, you notice his chanting is seeming to reverberate a little more. Like it's echoing louder in the room and multi-tonal. you know, like there's more than one voice speaking, and that impression seems to grow until suddenly you realize that you're hearing sounds from outside, and it's kind of a cacophony of noises that seem to be coming through. Go ahead and roll me perception checks, everyone.
I refuse.
No, you cannot. Yeah, sorry. You are otherwise occupied at the moment.
14.
29.
Nice.
13.
Carry me
19.
harder. Nice. You've been playing Rocket League, haven't you?
Yes. Yes, that is what that is from.
Yeah, I figured. Okay, so anyone who beat an 18 can tell that there's sounds coming from down the hall, and it sounds like voices, maybe even chanting, mirroring what's going on with Belisario. Anyone who beat a 20 can hear the sounds of fighting coming from the city below. And
Is it coming closer, or is it just
it sounds like noise, like a whole city fighting itself, not necessarily coming closer. It is at that moment, however, that two beings enter the room with you.
Go on.
I was wondering if Lev had figurines prepped or not. Sorry.
Oh.
I was giving him a moment. It's a dramatic pause, okay?
I'm not a patient person.
Yeah, we know.
Two large of the largest specimen you've seen at this place, winged angels, for lack of a better term, gray and black and white, enter the room with massive great swords and a look upon their face of ill intent, violence, ready to act, and their gaze is completely fixated. Well, not completely fixated, but their target seems to be Aelmar. And it is initiative.
I moved the other way because you said hallway.
There is sounds
That's a
coming from
trick.
down the hallway.
Felicity is up first.
Oh boy, has to be me, huh? Okay. Felicity is going to reach into her bag of tricks and pull out a furry little ball. And she's going to chuck it in at her feet, and it's going to turn into a lion. Ooh. So if you want to throw down a quick little lion, you can just do a basic whatever. I'll know what it is. And she's going to say, "Sick 'em, Leo!" I'll pull up the rules for it. Doom. Elves. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. And it's going to speed of 50, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. It's going to stand right here. And then it can do a double move, but it doesn't want to yet. It's going to wait for that guy to attack, and it's going to ready an action that if it approaches, it's going to bite him. Arr!
Cannot ready an action like that.
I thought that's
Right.
exactly what a ready action was.
No, ready to action means you don't do anything and you ready an action.
Remember,
No,
you
that's not
moved.
true.
All
No,
I did is move.
that's incorrect.
Are you sure?
Yep. Ready is an action, so it takes the place of your action.
Right.
So you have to do your movement and your bonus on your turn, and you can only ready a single action as a
Okay.
trigger. And when the trigger occurs, that readied action then takes your reaction to perform. And
Which
you
is
can
exact-
choose whether or not to burn your reaction in response to the trigger.
Yeah, that's
Got it.
exactly what I
Okay.
was able to do. So yeah, that's exactly what that line's going to do.
Man, they
that was
balance
my
that so much
action.
better
I'm
now.
not going to move. That was it. I'm done.
Okay.
And
We
just
are
for the
going
hell
to
of it,
change
my
that
Roroth.
gift.
All right. I've figured out why Swift Quiver is better than Haste.
Yeah.
Haste only allows one weapon attack, where Swift Quiver allows 2 attacks.
Wait, what?
Yeah. So the extra action from Haste can only be used to attack, one weapon attack only, dash, disengage, all that.
Right.
Swift Quiver says
You can make
on-
another attack as a bonus action, which is basically the same thing.
you can on each of your turns and the spell ends, you can make a bonus action to make 2 attacks with the weapon that uses ammunition from the quiver.
Okay.
Nice.
So I would like to change that if that is okay.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so I will cast Swift Quiver on myself, and then I will say a little prayer, and I'm going to bless. By bless, I mean Bardic Inspiration. Who is close to these guys that's going to need some help? Let's go with Nepentha.
Good choice.
So Nepentha, you now can add D10 to weapon damage, AC as a reaction, ability check, attack roll, or saving throw.
Sweet.
Big one's AC as a reaction.
Is that a special ability of the?
Yeah, because I'm a Valor Bard.
Gotcha. I was gonna say I didn't remember that offhand.
Yeah, that does sound cool.
We got a war bard here, people.
Okay. Is that everything for you there, Gift?
Yep, that's me.
Nepentha.
So I'm trying to count squares and I'm losing it on the stairs. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 would put me here.
45 is there.
I can move 40 feet.
Okay.
And then I will take my dash action to... Since I'm acting first, I'm going to screw this up again, and I do it every time. It's not an assassin's strike, right?
You have
No,
advantage?
Because they're
You have
not
advantage.
surprised. But I do get advantage. So I am going to attack this creature before me with my rapier.
What was that again?
Rapier.
Rapier. I can't roll my R's.
Rapier. Rapier. What the shit?
Suck.
So I got a 19 to hit.
A 19 will hit.
Nice.
Thank goodness. So this is gonna be D8 plus 66 plus numbers. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that is going to be 36 total damage on that strike with a +3 weapon.
Okay.
And I believe that's going to be it for my turn.
You don't have
Okay.
a walk now?
Actually, I could use the rest of my move to move away, right?
You can.
I'm gonna
And as you move away, it swings at you.
It cannot. I am mobile. When I make a melee attack against a creature, I do not provoke opportunity attacks from that creature for the rest of the turn.
Okay, then.
Sexy Nepentha.
I actually every
Alright.
now and then read my skills. I think, hold on, I didn't count that because this was 40 and be 1. What was right next to it? Is that like
So
1,
that
2,
was
3,
40,
4?
45, 50, 55, 60, 65 there.
And then I would move the rest of my move back, which would be another 2. Is
70.
15?
75, 80.
So if this was 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80. Yep, right here. All right. I'm right there on the stair.
Okay.
I gotta stop doing this. Sorry, I'm flying around too much, but I was trying to count squares, so sorry, stream.
Okay. Xerak.
Yes.
This one looks at you, and you feel something coming from above you. I need you to make a dexterity saving.
Good choice. Good choice on the dex saving throw there. Is it against something I have an advantage on?
This is going to be fire and radiant.
No. Dex saving throw is big money, no whammy. Prismite, did you use my rolling strip over here?
Which one?
Exactly. Do I get a plus D10 to this because of what you did, Crows?
You can.
You want,
You
yeah.
can burn your inspiration on it.
Well, the bardic inspiration. I
The
will
bardic.
burn a D10. Is that a D8 or a D10? That's a D8. Never mind.
10 for me.
No, I just rolled the wrong dice. Although I'm probably gonna regret re-rolling.
Right.
Oh,
No!
hey, 8. Sweet.
Ooh.
All right, so 8 plus 2 is 10, plus my dex save is 11. So that's a 21.
Okay. Do you take damage if you save?
I do not.
So, those with clerical power in the room,
Recognize it as a flame strike.
Yeah.
flame strike come down. Nepentha quickly moves out of the way.
Oh, thank you, Jesus. Oh, thank you, Jesus.
Thank you, Bard.
I'm just like, I just survived the meteor swarm.
I think we figured out how gift gets in with the party. That D10 clenched it for
Your
me.
lion also needs a dexterity saving throw.
Say that again.
Your lion here needs a dexterity saving throw.
Dex saving throw. Got it.
Goodbye, lion. It
Guess
was
who-
nice knowing you.
Guess who doesn't have evasion?
You know, it's a lion that's not real versus one of my friends, so that's okay. So that's gonna be just a +2. Boop.
Oh,
Come
that's
on,
good
lion.
times.
You could do this. Oh,
Yep,
Nope.
that's a negative.
he does not make it.
I want to know how much damage I would have taken. I'm excited for this, really.
It's only like 8d6, I think. It's not terrible. Still probably enough to kill the lion.
Dude, in my Pathfinder Kingmaker game I'm
Oh,
playing right now,
maybe not.
my flame
The lion
striking.
takes 22 damage. Half of it is radiant, and half of it is fire.
The lion lives.
Hey!
He's burnt and scorched, and he's pissed off, but he lives.
Okay. All right.
That lion starts
after
running the
them
fuck
is
away.
Belisario.
I mean, it's a normal lion, right?
Oh God. Can I do that?
Yes.
Is that allowed?
No.
Yeah. Okay. Bonus action. I cast Sanctuary on Elmar.
Nice.
Nice. That is amazing.
No, wait. I don't want to do that. Where was I? Here? Or here? I think I was here.
That's kind of awesome.
That is actually very awesome.
That's very cool.
I mean, I think they still get a roll or something.
A wisdom save, yeah.
Yeah, but
But
I mean-
it's your save, so.
and then I don't know. Can I do this?
Yes. Yeah, see how encouraging I am?
That is touch. That is a touch. That is tempting. That is tempting.
You're tempting.
Wait, how many feet is he? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I believe he has 2 feet, 2 hands, 2
Nine.
legs.
Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He's 60 feet away, right?
That's
Double
the
check.
players. All right. So
Um,
5, 10, 15, 20, 5, 5, 50, 5, 60. Yep.
Nice.
I banish him. I mean, I try anyway. Target must succeed on a charisma saving throw or be banished. Spell save is a 19.
Okay.
Wait, banishment is not touch?
No, it's range
One
60
action,
foot.
60 foot. Concentration up to 1 minute. I'm
Nice.
assuming he's not native to this plane?
He is.
He's
native.
absolutely.
Okay, well, I'll keep him out of combat for a minute at least.
He has a 23 on his charisma saving throw.
Oh my god. Fine. That's my turn.
Okay. Kieran.
That was a worthy shot,
It was a
though.
good try.
Okay. I'm gonna be like, oh shit. Hop on Elegon and we're oh. In theory, I'm hopping on Elegon here. It's not working out very well. Let's see. Let me just make sure. 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Yeah, we got plenty, but I don't think we want to go any further than that for now. And then, man. Oh, question.
Mhm.
Have we effectively had a short rest yet, or
Nope.
not? Since all
No.
the fun times in the
It's not been
This
declared.
is literally the RP that we had today was after Elmar picked up the thing.
right, yeah. I was just asking how much time had elapsed, essentially. Okay, so, when Penn hit the one over on the left, did it seem like that took a chunk out of it, or was it mostly unfazed?
It mostly unfazed, but it did take a. It's not bloodied or anything. If that's what you're asking.
Yeah.
It seemed
trying to get an
troubled
idea
by
about
the
the-
attack rather than ignoring it.
Well, all right. I will hex number 2.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'll reach my gauntlet out toward it and I'll say, "Stand back or face my judgment." And I'll hex it. And then
What does your hex do?
So my hex is not the same as his hex.
Who's hex?
Basically
No one
just-
else here hexes.
Right, but our dearly departed friend.
Hmm.
Where the
What
hell
was
is
his name
my
again?
hex?
Forgot.
I don't remember. He's dead to me.
Rocco.
Morocco?
Rocco.
Yeah. So all it does is give me a bunch of combat benefits against it, essentially.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So, and then I'm going to summon forth 3 purple shadowy beams and smite it in its face.
Face.
Like right in his face.
Face.
Yes, right in its face. And I'm just gonna roll all 3 of them because why not? Well, that's pretty incredible. I'm gonna assume that a 14 does not hit.
A 14 does not hit.
How about a 23?
23 does hit.
Yay. That is a D10 or D12. Where are you, sir? D10. Okay, so that's going to be 1D10 plus 5. This is singularly unexciting. All right.
But are you actually smiting it?
And that is 11 force damage.
11 force damage.
Yep.
Okay.
And that is my turn.
Is that number 2 that took damage?
Yes.
So they're both taking damage now.
They have both taken damage. Okay. After Kiri, we're back up to Felicity.
Okay. Felicity is going to attempt to cast a 2nd level spell, so I need to roll. Let's see. Does an 8 allow the 2nd level spell to go off?
Yes.
Okay. She points at Kelvar Elite number 1 and says, stop, please! And she casts Hold Person. It needs to do a Wisdom saving throw, 19.
Okay. Enchantment. Said it's a Wisdom save?
Wisdom.
It has a 21.
Damn it! It would have been paralyzed. You didn't stop, but as a bonus action, Leo is going to charge. Roar!
Okay. So as the lion moves from here to there, the creature attacks it.
Okay.
No, Leo. Why?
Hmm.
Oh.
Hey.
Well, it's a lion. It probably still hits.
Does a 15 hit?
Yes.
Yeah. Sorry, Leo.
I need to. That's a 1.
It's going to take 32 points of slashing damage. And 24 points of radiant damage.
And it disappears in a puff of burning fur and smoke and glitter. Yo.
Okay.
And Felicity moves behind the
The throne.
and that's her turn.
Okay.
Damn, I was hoping that Hold Person was going to get him.
All right. Gift.
Do I have line of sight on these things?
Yes.
I'm gonna start shooting number 2.
Okay.
No bonuses for my whatever it's called, sharpshooter.
Okay.
So I've got what the hell? Does 23 hit?
Yes.
So all 4 of them hit.
I'm trying to figure out how to get advantage on my turn.
I tried to paralyze him for you.
So it's 80 damage, but it's radiant. So I have a feeling, bad feeling.
Is it all
So
radiant?
yes, the radiant does seem to kind of wash around the angel. Crazy that.
Imagine that.
But it does seem to actually damage it. Okay. Anything else from Gift there?
That's my turn.
The Penta.
Hit it with the rock.
My way is not very sportsmanlike.
Actually, your way is not very sportsmanlike.
Everybody's staring at their character sheet, trying to.
I really am, because I'm trying to figure out how to get advantage so I can sneak attack again, and I'm not sure how. I am going to. I'm gonna move up to it like I'm going to engage it again, and then act like I stumble and quickly back down the steps and try to bait it into attacking me with an attack of opportunity.
Okay. So you move.
I like move towards it within melee range, act like
Okay.
I stumble a bit, and then kind of slide back down about 10 feet.
Okay, so as soon as you move from melee range to here, it will
Yeah.
swing at you.
All right, let's resolve that.
All right. Is that? Does a 26 hit you?
It does. 26 will hit me.
Okay.
And I don't believe I can. Yeah, I'm not going to be uncanny dodging or anything, so this could be full damage.
Okay. So it's going to be 35 points of slashing damage.
Okay. I have no resistance to slashing. I am significantly hurt for this. God, I hope this is worth it.
And 22 points of radiant.
Holy 57 damage?
Oh
Pen looks like
God.
she had the smartest idea in the world, because as it's hitting her, she's attacking right the fuck back at it with advantage because of the rapier of replying. But Pen did not estimate this correctly. The balance
You
of the
didn't
day.
see Leo explode.
18 plus I hit. That's a 32 to hit.
Okay.
Oh,
Yes,
God.
that hits.
Now, for the record, just so you know, on this particular damage, there is no resisting it. So this damage will
Okay.
ignore any kind of immunity or resistance the target has, so it will take full damage regardless. I mean, full of whatever I roll. So it's going to be D8 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Big money, big money.
All of this plus 8.
Ooh, yeah.
So that's 41 points of damage. But after that fucking hit,
Pen's like,
backs she keeps going back down those stairs. Hold on. So that was like what, 15 up, 5 back. So that would be
yeah, you're at 20 for where you are right now.
so it's 20, 25, 30. Whoever did these stairs did a great job of perspective, because it's fucking me. 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75. And she'll turn to the group and say, with blood dripping down her chest. Don't let them hit you. Holy, more than half my damage in one hit. I have 57 damage. I have 56 health remaining.
Ouch.
Holy
Literally bloodied.
Christ. And that will be it for Pen's turn, because I took a double move and a reaction. I guess no, actually I still have an action. Am I right? Yeah.
That was your reaction, right?
The reaction was the attack. Oh no, but the double move. Never mind.
Well,
you can bonus for that.
Oh, that's a
You
bonus
can dash
action.
as a bonus.
Right.
You're
Yeah.
right. So my action will be, and I want y'all to really drink this in with me. For the first time in 33 sessions, I'm gonna drink a healing potion.
Good idea.
I have critical wounds potion. What is that? 48 plus something.
No, that's not how we do our
I have
potions.
no idea what critical is.
Actually,
How
I
we
might.
did our potions differently.
Like it's greater, superior, and supreme. So
Yeah, they're greater, superior, supreme.
What does a supreme do?
60.
Because I know I took 60 points. Period.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
well, it's 10d4
shit.
plus 20, but yeah, since
You can
our
only use
potions
healing
are
potion.
maximized.
All right. Well, I'm gonna drink a.
Yep.
Actually, I am looking at my sheet, and all I see is the word heal potion. So, what does a heal potion do? I don't have supreme.
10.
If it's just a heal, it's 2d4 plus 2. Yeah.
I did not write anything down, and I'm not gonna be a dick. So
There you go.
I'm double checking really carefully. What does a periaptive wound closure do? I have that.
It'll close your wounds at the end, so you don't really start. You don't die.
Oh, cool. Why do I have so much stuff that keeps me from dying? I want to die. All right, I'm gonna take
go
my
stand toe to toe with that angel, and you may get your wish.
no fucking shit. All right, I took my 10 points of healing, and I am done.
Okay.
I like to think that Pin drinks it and then throws the empty flask at the asshole.
I love it. Okay. So 5, 15, 30.
Wait a minute. Wait. Oh shit! I go after. Damn it.
I hate you.
Okay, so they come down here. This one is going to look at Belisario here. And Flame Strike.
Sure. I know something you did not know.
Inconceivable.
Is that level 6 spell? Or
No.
7?
I don't know what it is for them. I just have the specifics for it. I just need a reflex saving throw.
Oh, well, that's gonna go poorly.
I mean, we're just lucky that these angels are very stupid.
12?
Are they though?
Okay.
Wait,
Yes.
do I get anything? No, I
Are
don't.
you resistant to fire?
Radiant.
Oh, that'll be helpful.
That's half the damage you're resistant to.
Don't you have an amulet of fire resistance?
Oh,
You have one of the things, yeah.
I do actually.
You're resistant to all of it.
I have an amulet of fire resistance too.
Do I?
Oops.
Well,
No,
then
it's
you
not.
only-
It's
Oh
not
no,
on
wait,
my
you
sheet.
didn't take damage from the
I didn't-
first.
Oh, that's right.
I did not.
You got sorted.
No, I don't have an amulet of fire resistance.
Okay.
Penta has it.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why, considering I have evasion.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to do this separate then. This is fire damage. 9.
I'll take it.
This is radiant damage. 19.
So I take 9.
Yep. Bentha.
Yo, what's up?
Reflex saving throw.
Ah, Christ. Why would he play this game again with me? Fuck, 15.
Okay. That does
No.
Am I
Oh,
re-
You
you're
are
within 10 feet.
just within.
Ah.
You are just within 10 feet of me.
I knew there's a reason I
So-
moved this far back.
Plus 6.
So what did I say? 15,
You said 15, right?
21.
you succeed.
Yes.
All right.
Finger to the
So
angel.
They moved, they cast, and Belisario.
Okay. I'm gonna do my best to be a control wizard right now. I'm gonna actually take a small move so that I'm.
Boy, we're all gonna get hit with some big AoE. We clump like this.
They already could have been, and they've been choosing not to. So they are very nice angels that don't really want to hurt Aelmar.
Does that make me 10 feet from Curie?
Yes, that is where you need to be.
You're
Ethan.
adjacent.
Okay.
You're a Curie adjacent.
I am.
I'm in the square right in front of Aelmar. Sorry if that's not clear.
Oh, okay. Then then that's where I'm gonna be. I need a 20-foot radius sphere centered on a point I choose.
Okay.
Choose your spheres.
State. This is a 20-foot radius. Toggle this. Snap grid. 10. 15. There you go. 20-foot
Alright.
radius.
Can I move it? Can I pick it up?
Direct
You have to
center.
get by the center.
Oh, there it is. There it is. Make sure I'm not in it.
Okay.
'Cause it has to be centered on a grid, like a grid.
Yes,
Point
it has to
right
be,
there, okay.
be in the direct center.
There we go.
Okay.
And insect plague.
You're actually summoning a swarm of
And-
locusts on an angel?
On an angel.
Interesting.
Yes, yeah. Is
Usually
that
it's the other way
ironic? Oh,
around. Yeah.
when the area appears, each creature in it must make a Constitution saving throw. Maybe we shouldn't be this close together. So, a creature takes 40/10 piercing damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful save.
Concentration or a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, 19. It is also considered difficult terrain.
Okay. So he has a 28 to save.
Of course. Well, at least it'll be a little bit before he gets here.
Okay. So I need everybody actually. It's actually a very good time to do it because you brought it up. Go ahead and make a perception check. Or insight if you like insight better.
$17.
Holy crap.
30,
That's right.
30 something. 31.
I clicked it and Chriso clicked it right after me and he got my 20. Can I keep my 20?
Yeah, that it was a little buggy there, wasn't it?
Well, I clicked it, but I think you clicked it again before my roll, so it just assigned to both too.
Yeah. I didn't see the other hand there. I saw one click it before me, and I went to go click it.
15.
I'll just roll again.
It's. I mean,
Doesn't really matter. Maybe it did.
maybe it did.
I got a 21.
Okay. The target number for this is actually going to be only a 16. But what you notice is this zone right here, where there's energy starting to build up. The angels seem to be placing their spells not to hit that area.
Interesting.
So it's fitting that I don't notice it because I'm behind the throne.
I have move left. Can I move into that area?
You could.
I'm gonna do that.
That's
They just have not been.
Is that an
putting
occupied
magic.
square though? Because of Elegon?
Occupied by
That is
orcs.
that is a occupied square. Yes.
Oh, boo.
Elegon, move your fat ass.
I'll stay there.
All right.
Badass, it's your turn.
Oh wait, he's supposed to take half of
Oh.
40 10 piercing damage.
All right. Well, roll your damage.
Where did it go? Where did it go? Half of 12. So 6, and then I'm gonna guess less than that.
Oh man. Bother.
Oh bother.
Oh bother. Yeah, I'm just gonna try it, I guess. So I'm burn a second level spell slot, and I will borrow a page from Felicity's book, and
borrow
I'm
one
going
from
to
mine.
try.
No one's ever said that before.
I'm gonna try a hold person on elite number 1.
Okay. That is a wisdom saving throw.
Yep.
Yes.
Damn.
Wisdom saving throw. He has a 21.
Succeeds. Okay, so that didn't work. Fuck. Why not? I'll burn another spell slot and summon a spiritual weapon to attack elite number 2.
Spiritual weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Here's your spiritual weapon.
Yay, it hits. 14 force damage.
Okay.
It is still force, right? Yes. Oh, 15 force damage. When did that go? Oh, right. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Anything else there, Kiri?
I do not think I wish to move, so I am good.
Felicity.
All right. Felicity's going to try doing the hold person again, so she's going to say, hold, please. And try to cast.
Mm.
She does not cast, I'm assuming.
You actually don't need to roll again
I don't?
Nope.
for this combat.
Nice. All right. Well, then it needs to make a wisdom saving throw. It needs to fail it. That means it needs to fail it. Come on, roll low, roll low, roll low.
I love seeing the two D20s
Damn
confirm.
it.
Wow.
It saves.
Okay.
Why is
damn it.
everyone rolling doubles? 20, 20, 10, 10, 15, 15.
I don't know.
I blame Chriso's code.
I do too.
I didn't change that.
Yeah, you did.
Let's see. I don't have any other bonus actions right now. And shit.
No thanks.
that's pretty much it. Yeah, I'm done. I don't have
Okay.
anything else I can do that's faster. So
Gift.
I can do my bonus action before my normal action, right?
Yeah.
I will like to use my bonus action. Use my two shots on elite number 1 without sharpshooter again.
Okay.
Oh, jeez. 13. Oh, I guess the first one's a total miss. And 15. Does a 15 hit?
15 misses.
That's what I thought. So I will. I need a 20-foot diameter circle, please.
Right
You
click,
doing the same thing I did?
copy.
Similar.
No one
So-
invited you, bad monster guy.
Gift plays the little harp on her, or whatever it needs to be, on her bow, and whispers a soft prayer as a circle, or excuse me, a wall of thorns appears in that area. So the
interesting.
elite needs to roll a dex save, I think. Yeah, dex save. DC is 19.
Oh my gosh.
Dex save of 23.
Damn. He still takes half of my roll. Hang on, gotta get over there.
Wait, do they have advantage on saving throws?
They do.
Oh my god.
Oh,
They have magic resistance. Advantage on saving throws against magic.
So it's 29 pierce, but take half for save, and then I'm sure you're resistant to pierce too.
It's still magic.
Holy smoke!
So now, a creature can move through the wall slowly. So for every foot, it's 4 feet of movement. And first time the creature enters the wall or ends the turn there, the creature must make another dexterity saving throw, or do the same damage.
Okay.
And one more thing.
And one more thing. What am I
The
missing?
reason you shot first?
Oh, because I had to switch my concentration spell.
Oh. Is that
So
what
I
it was?
dropped Swift Quiver, and now I'm concentrating
Oh,
on the
no,
wall.
no, no. The wall blocks line of sight.
Oh, that too.
Pretty impressive.
Just looking at my spells. Radiant damage. Radiant damage.
I'm done.
They're not all thunder? I'm confused.
I have a bunch of thunder ones. Those are the ones I'm looking at now, but it's sort of like I don't want to do that right now.
Okay. After gift is Nepentha.
I am going to use my bonus action to hide.
Okay.
I assume I need to roll a hide check.
Which one are you trying to hide from? Both of them?
From elite number 1.
Okay. That works. Given he can't see you, you hide away.
Is there a wall in between us right now?
Wall of thorns.
Wall of thorns, yes.
So I can't see him to attack him, can I?
Not at the moment.
Okay.
The one on the right side is lightly obscured by the insect plague, so it
So if there's
might be
if
possible
there's
for
a
you to take
physical
hide
wall,
action.
I would do the hide action against the second one then. Not
Okay.
not
so
not
you
the
need
one
to
I can't see.
move roughly here to get to hide, because basically to hide you need to just break line of sight.
Okay.
I guess you're behind a horse. You could probably hide where.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna try to hide where I'm at if I can.
Okay.
I will roll my d20. Big money, no whammy. That is going to be On a stealth, that is a 26.
Damn.
Okay.
I have expertise and
Yeah.
reliable talent.
Okay. You don't believe he's tracking you.
At which point I am going to really want to do that, but I think I'm going to be smart and I'm going to go ahead and mark the target for death. I'm sorry, my action was to hide. I apologize. I know I said bonus action, but you already knew what I was doing.
Yep.
I'm going to use bonus action to mark that target for death.
Okay.
And that leaves me I guess as a move action.
Move. Yep.
And I think I'm going to go here.
As you're kind of going over there, hold on. Another D20 roll. Borrowing. Okay.
And that's it for my turn, sadly.
The succubus also doesn't seem to be tracking you.
Nice.
I was gonna have her smile at you, but I'm like, wait, no. And she's just kind of over there leaning up against the pillar.
Sharpening her nails.
I'm gonna fuck one of these boys up next turn, man.
All right. It's their turn. So they have to make, this guy over here has to make a save when he starts his turn there or ends his turn there.
No, we're talking the Thorns one.
It's starts and if he ends.
Start. Really?
Nasty.
This
It
is
says
pretty up.
enters the wall or ends its turn there.
Okay, so
Oh,
ends.
So it's not
Oh,
starts.
okay.
Okay.
Sorry, you're right.
Okay, so you said, is it just difficult terrain or is it greater than difficult
It's
terrain?
difficult terrain squared. It's fucking 4x.
It's worse.
Shit
than
is
mine.
ridiculous.
So 4, 8. So 1 foot or
It's
1.
1 foot is 4
One's-
feet.
One
Okay.
square is equivalent to
20 foot.
20 feet.
20
Yep.
feet.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. He flies up.
smart
So
man.
it is 20 feet high too. So
Yeah.
Smart.
But he still flies up. He has a 120-foot fly.
It's
So he gets 30
it's,
feet.
It's
and he
it's only
still
10 feet high.
enters- Oh shit! Wait.
it says 20 foot.
60 feet long, 10 feet high, 5 foot thick, and has a 20-foot diameter.
No, or a circle that has a 20-foot diameter, 20 feet high, 5 feet thick.
Oh, so it's a circle. There's actually
20 foot.
Okay,
There's
so-
space in the middle.
Yeah, there'd be a
there's space.
little bit in the middle. Yeah.
then he's gonna step forward, and that is 20 feet.
He'd still
Ah.
block line of sight from the other
Yes.
side of the circle.
And that's 40 feet. And then he flies up.
And doesn't he take damage from walking through it?
He was already.
If he ends his turn there, he takes
Okay.
damage.
It's not like spike growth.
So he basically gets through the wall and flies up, but that's all he can. So now there's an angry angel looking at death at gift. This one, is it start of turn or end of turn?
End of turn, same thing.
So this one is just difficult terrain. So 10, 20, 40, 10, 20, 40. Roll your damage. Or I should probably save.
Yes, you. Yes.
This is a con save.
Yep. Yeah, do your thing. Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah, that's a 28.
So you're gonna take half damage. Fun. 21 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
fine then.
All right.
Hmm.
I know, right? Like,
All right. That is them, Belisario.
how close is the one in the air?
He's above the wall where he is. So 5, 10, 15, 25, 35, 40, like 50, 60 feet away.
All right, I'm saving that then. I cast Inflict Wounds.
Okay.
Melee spell attack. D20. 23.
You hit.
And I say I cast Inflict Wounds. I'm going to cast it as a. What am I going to cast it as? Sure, why the hell not? I'm going to cast it as a 7th level spell.
Oh yeah.
All right.
I should have said that before I rolled, but nevertheless.
It's all good.
So then 1d10 for each slot above first, so that's what, another 6? So 90-10 necrotic
Oh,
damage.
big numbers.
I sure hope. 53 points of necrotic damage.
Not too bad.
How do
Okay. This one right here, number 2, is now bloodied.
Nice.
Neener, neener, neener. He's
Just wait
probably
until,
pissed at me now.
wait
He
until
is-
it's my fucking turn.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna stay there, even though I don't want to be within range of his greatsword. I think I'm gonna give Nepenthe an opportunity here.
Okay. All right. Kiri.
Okay. I will have. Man. Yeah. All right. I'll have Elegon do the help action on
Okay.
the elite to give me advantage on my first hit. And I am going to make melee attacks against it, I guess. So. Let me check something real quick here.
Crap.
Oh, man. Wow. A lot of my stuff is worthless. Not worthless, but not very great. The first attack. Yes! Crits. Because he's hexed. So 19 crits.
Sexy.
And I am, since it's crit, it's going to go ahead and trigger a smite, even though it doesn't do as much against these guys. Whatever. Might as well burn it. So that's extra. The regular smite is 2d8, right? Yep. So 2d8 plus 3d8, 68, 78. So be 78 plus. What's that up to now? 78 plus 16 plus 21. Okay. Oh no, but I need to split out the radiant, don't I? Because fucking 68 of this is radiant. Okay.
Which one are you targeting?
So, number 2. So 31 radiant damage on this strike.
Okay.
plus 27 piercing damage. That's on that hit.
Sorry, what was the second one?
No, that's the crit right there.
Okay, it was
You don't-
30 radiant and what?
31 radiant and 27 piercing.
Okay.
Second strike is a 26.
26 to hit.
Yes.
That hits.
Okay. This one is gonna do. That is 2 radiant plus 3, 8, and 5 is 16 piercing.
And it drops.
Oh,
Yay.
Yes.
Yes.
My spiritual weapon, how far can it go? I don't think it can go very
20
far.
feet.
20 feet, that's what I was thinking. Okay, so that's
Move it 20 feet.
No, you know what? As a bonus action, I will project my force field around me.
Okay.
So everyone within 10 feet of me has half cover, which is basically plus 2 AC.
Felicity.
Okay.
Just saw
Felicity.
Crystal Mite's message in my stream chat, and I'm a little worried.
We killed one of them.
Oh no.
My safety
Felicity
net.
Felicity puts her hand on her necklace, is like, thank you so much. She's feeling the magic flowing. She points her finger at the flying guy up in the air and casts Fairy Fire. Has to make a dex save. 19.
Okay.
He gets advantage.
Oh
I know,
shit!
I was hoping its
And-
dex saves were pretty shitty.
It's a,
And
19,
It was a what?
it's a 19 dex save.
Read it. But that means it is pretty shitty. All right. Bonus action. She is going to click her boots, and that's it.
Go
Okay.
home.
There's no place like home.
Felicity disappears. I mean, what?
What?
All right.
I have resistance to fire from my dragon plate armor.
See,
See, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, because I was
Yeah,
thinking. Okay.
There it is on
yep.
my sheet.
Gift.
Yeah, because we ended up with 2 because we transferred the one onto Crozi's, so we ended
Yep.
up with 2 Dragon Plate.
Yep.
God damn it! I thought all of our frontline people had fire resist.
Let Crows take his
Jesus
turn.
Christ!
Shut up, Gary. I mean, sorry.
Shut the fuck up. So he's above the wall now, so we can all see him.
Of the wall, yes.
I'm sorry. Did the fairy fire hit?
It did not. He met the save.
I'm taking 2 shots.
Tequila? Vodka?
What the hell?
Where is my brother?
Okay.
I need a drink.
Miss.
Okay.
And what is who's after me? Let's see.
Me.
Miss Nepentha.
I don't need help.
I know you don't need help, but how about Mr. Belisario? I'm gonna say a little prayer for you and give you inspiration.
Say a little prayer for-
you.
I
Sure,
would have
that-
taken that one.
You.
No, you said you were too good for my.
Sorry, I was
Yeah.
too busy singing. What does the prayer do for me?
You
it's
get a
bardic
D10.
inspiration, D10 to weapon damage, AC, ability check, attack roll, or saving throw.
Lovely. I'm probably gonna need it.
Nepentha, it is your turn. You feel the mark that you put on slide off, but you seem to have it back.
Interesting. Then I will use a bonus action to mark my new target, which is the one I really wanted to hit anyway. I'm going to take
Okay.
a slight step to the side so as not to hit anyone with this. And then I'm going to throw a javelin of lightning at that motherfucker as a sneak attack.
Nice.
As an automatic crit sneak attack. So I have a question for you, because it being the target of the javelin, it's not a save versus lightning bolt like effect. It literally takes d6 damage from the javelin plus 46 lightning plus 66 sneak attack.
Yeah.
That is a total of 12d6.
Yeah.
No, 11d6. I can math. Now, how does the crit work with that?
You have to. You still have to roll to crit.
Right? No.
Like, you have to.
I
Hit
have to roll
crit.
to hit.
Yes.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, I get my ability. I'm just saying, how is the damage dice gonna work?
I thought bonus
It's double.
damage is just
Bonus. All dice are double.
So I'm gonna roll
12?
22. This should have been rolled with advantage.
Or,
Sorry.
22, yeah.
22d6.
No, it'd be 21d6, and the 1d6 from the javelin is maximized.
Maximize.
that's
You're
right.
right. You're right.
Yep.
Okay.
So 6 plus 21d6, assuming you hit.
Great. So that is a 21 to hit.
That hits.
That's
Dear
good.
Lord.
I would have burned. I totally would have
Yeah.
burned my inspiration. Okay, so this is 21d6 plus.
Everybody be quiet while he counts.
This is 21d6 plus 12. Because it's 6 for the base dice, 6 decks. So
Yeah.
21d6 plus 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. I may have broken it. I don't think it did the last die.
It didn't do the last one.
Oh wow.
77 plus another one.
So it's 78 plus 12, 90 points of damage.
Nice.
As out of seeming nothingness, all of a sudden Penn appears hurling a javelin straight at the thing, smacking it into the chest, and a coruscating thunder crack goes off.
Okay. Sorry, that was nice.
So you hear,
Why
hear
is the
a
pirate
cry-
hard? No, just kidding. Sorry.
So you hear a cry of anguish as the javelin pierces and the thunder kind of rumbles through the room, and it falls out of the sky into the wall of thorn. Crows, roll your damage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's even better.
Belisario turns to Felicity and goes, "See, that's how you deal lightning damage."
Holy shit, 30 points? Ooh.
The save on this, you said it was a dexterity save for this?
Yeah. 19.
Okay, so he does. Hold on.
My favorite part of this is that's the
He
first
fails to
time
save.
Yeah. About fucking time.
It's the first time I've got to use that fucking javelin.
It's worth using,
So
clearly.
On an
the
auto crit?
the angel failed, so the angel takes the javelin, and you can see he's pretty bad off. He would be considered at death's door, but because he took that much damage and the lightning and everything like that, he does fall from the sky into the wall, where you can hear him crying out in pain and dying.
Ouch.
So do they just show up out on the plane now?
Their bodies are there.
That's weird.
Wait, what do you mean their bodies are there?
Killed them on their home plane.
That's good.
Oh, so
That's
that's
a good
the
point.
I-
Oh, that's a good point. We need to
Yeah.
loot these
Let's-
boys.
Luke, you-
Penn kind of comes limping over. This fucking great sword slash.
Penny! Here, drink this potion. She gives you a supreme healing potion, 60 healing points.
Nah, I want that one. Hey, Carrie, you want to lay hands on me? No, just kidding. I'll drink the potion if that's the first thing
Okay,
that comes to me
fine.
because I'm in pain.
Okay.
60, I am well.
Also, I have just enough to save your brother in case something bad happens.
Fair enough. She looks down at Felicity. Thank you.
No problem. Well, that was amazing how you charged that thing.
Rin kind of looks back at you. You guys are impressive.
I know, right?
And you start looting the corpses of the angels.
I mean, I'm gonna
Yeah.
wait for certain walls to disappear.
Yeah.
I just got these hit points back. I'd like to hold on to them.
I don't know how comfortable I am. I mean, I'm a
Yeah,
pirate, but I'm also like, you know.
That's a fucking angel.
Hey,
They're not the angels of. They're not your
Don't-
gods. Angels.
No, I know, but.
hey,
you know.
don't worry
Still
about it. I'll do it
celestial
for
beings.
you. It's all good.
I will.
Kiri is just
I-
kind of ignoring that whole circumstance and is just staying very much on guard.
I have zero compunction
She-
about looting these.
I mean, technically, one of these two could have been an ancestor of mine.
I'll drop.
What do you
the
mean
ball of thorns,
ancestor?
Then I'm gonna go look at the angel and see if there's any markings on its armor or anything.
So one, they're not wearing armor.
Oh, they're Kalimdors or whatever. aren't
Yeah.
They're not wearing armor. They have a fantastic looking greatsword. Each of them has a coin purse. Actually, each of them have 2 coin purses. And then another pouch that has that seems to be somewhat full. They each have a gold cup set with emeralds attached to
Give me
their
one of
belts.
those.
Oh,
Give me
I'm
one of
so-
those.
I have not been paying attention. I should probably be writing these things down. I'm
You
sorry.
should.
I was zoned out a little bit.
Each of them has a what appears to be a platinum ring that has jewels in it, as well as a platinum crown that is jeweled in the same fashion.
I'm taking all this
Can
stuff, and in my head, I'm picturing Aelmar's new undead bodyguards that are dressed like these guys. So, like, I'm even cutting off wings. Oh, wait a minute. No, my brother might want the
Wait.
bodies.
I was gonna say.
Holy
how wrong
crap.
is that?
I'm taking all the loot off of him, and then I'm taking the corpses.
Okay.
And I don't know where I'm taking them because I'm not that kind of person, but I'm going to look at Belisario and say, can you preserve these, please? That's a priest spell, right?
Like tomorrow.
Oh, well, they'll still be fine then. Just a little...
So for loot,
he
loot
likes them, right?
purposes, there's 2 greatswords. They're both magical.
It's so tempting.
There are a total of 4 coin purses. The coin purses are magical. All 4 of them contain 5,000 gold pieces.
Are they
and
coin purses of holding?
They are mini bags of holding. They'll hold. It looks like they're about. So basically, they hold. Actually, yeah, they're mini bags of holding. They hold.
Can I? I'm writing that on my sheet. Coin purse of holding.
There's 4 of them.
I called dibs on one.
What was the total gold though you said? That's about 20,000 between those?
20,000 gold pieces in total.
We can divvy the gold, but Carrie, you can mark that I have one of those coin purses of holding.
In the other pouch, there are 8 rubies. There are 4 diamonds.
God, these guys were loaded.
And quick appraisal, the rubies are worth 7,500 gold pieces each.
Yes.
The diamonds are worth 10,000 gold pieces each.
Ouch.
That's great spell component, I believe.
I know.
They each have a jeweled platinum crown worth 10,000 gold pieces.
Are they magical?
They are not. They're each wearing a platinum ring that is jeweled.
Hold on. You said platinum crown?
Yeah, jeweled platinum crown, jeweled platinum ring. They're basically it's a match set.
Right.
Or they're a match
And what was the value?
The crown is 10,000, and the ring is also
A
10,000.
piece.
Yes.
Are those the new crown jewels of Sundabar?
They're solar powered.
They also have a They each have a gold cup set with emerald, and that gold cup is worth 15,000 gold pieces.
Is it
Belisarius
magical?
will claim one of those.
It is not magical.
That's gonna be Belisarius' rum cup.
His pimp cup.
They do seem to be used. It looks like that is their walking around cup.
That's what the angels pee in.
Oh, it's their portable toilet.
What do you think rum is? It's the piss
This
from an
Belisarius
angel.
is like, I don't care if it's the angel's piss or not. I'm drinking out of it.
Since we are done with the combat, do you mind if we take 5?
Yeah, that's a good
that's
idea. Let's take 5, everybody. I'm gonna go grab a quick potty myself. BRB.
Kiryu DTRL.
Really? Join you guys. Where'd it go?
Where'd my sound go?
Oh shit.
Trying to teach myself to air roll more.
That's X midair, right?
Mine's that's what I've got. Mine's subject. No, mine's button. Club match right off the bat.
Wuhan clan. Oh lord.
Oh my god, they sent me flying.
Nice.
Oh, I didn't get the assist for that.
I'm back.
Do they need some help? I'll come in. Oh, no. Ah!
Oh shit.
Oh god, I missed it. How did I miss it? Like it just.
I don't know, but it's going in. Oh! Oh my god! Oh wait, that was our goal. Never mind. I'm gonna shut up now. That was a really good shot on our goal. I just want
it
to
was
point that
beautiful.
out. That was fucking beautiful. I have no idea how I got turned around like that.
How much sleep have you had? Like this, there's not much more contrast between the green and the pink.
I didn't.
Unless you're
you know,
colorblind.
Let's just go with that.
You're just gonna pretend you're colorblind because now you're
Yeah,
embarrassed.
yeah.
Oh damn it! Nice.
Although I think Kiri hit it into me.
I
don't know.
No.
No, you tipped it, it dropped, and then he bounced it in.
Oh fuck.
Coming back.
Nice.
Top 90.
Oh.
Fuck.
Oh.
Damn it.
Oh no!
Centered.
Oh, damn it.
That looked like a Curie move.
It was just like a little too.
Oh, nice center.
Oh.
Nice play.
Yeah, that was really good.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Was not what I was expecting right there. Oof.
Damn it.
Oh, shit. Someone else.
All right, I'm back.
Are we Rocket
Welcome
Leaguing?
back.
Been gone for like
What?
3 minutes.
That's enough time for a game.
Oh, shit.
God damn it. Why am I like always in the wrong position?
All my stream is hoping is just to hear some D&D chit chat during intermission.
Damn it.
Instead, they have to listen to you
Wow.
salty bastards cuss because people are better at games than you.
We're actually winning, but I mean, I don't know for how much
Not for
longer.
long, right? My kid is sitting up in his bed, so I'm a little worried.
So congratulations on surviving.
Thank you.
That was a little intense.
So
I was
that,
a little worried.
Toughest fight
that
yet.
fight was actually intended to be with Aelmar as well, and I had 3 of them. So
Chris, I'm blaming you.
yeah.
I was going to pop up and get it, and someone knocked me out of position. See that? I was jumping up. I'm back.
Okay. Well, since we're all back,
Yes.
as y'all loot the bodies, Aelmar continues his ritual. Seeming almost oblivious to what's going on around us, or around him, rather. But the noises that you're hearing from across the region seem to be getting louder, and the conflict seems to be coming to a head. And then, probably at around the 50-minute mark of this hour-long ritual, there's kind of a tone throughout the crystal spire, like a harmonic noise, like striking a tuning fork, that seems to come from the very crystal spire itself. Gift.
Hold on, my kid's crying. I'm gonna have to go.
Now, just to clarify, because before, when we did, so like Kiri didn't hear the sounds of combat in the city before, and nobody mentioned it either.
Right.
So I don't know if there's some point at which Kiri notices or somebody says something.
You would probably start noticing it as the sounds of distant clamoring. But really, the sound that seems to escalate would be more of the chanting and the sonorous sort of mimicking of what's going on with Aelmar's ritual.
Because I think, like, Kiri doesn't want to leave Aelmar's side necessarily.
Yeah.
She wants to be there, but she would ask Penn to go take a look and see what's going on down there.
I don't think Penn would leave Aelmar's side, so if she couldn't see it from one of the windows, it wouldn't matter to her.
She'd
Oh.
ask Felicity then.
I'll go check.
Yeah.
So I'll pop over to the window.
And it's a little bit of from the window itself. You don't really see much except for a lot more moving around. You see some of the angels kind of darting through the sky. You do notice that there seems to be a glow emanating from somewhere. Go ahead and roll me a insight check.
Insights.
Did you say insight?
I sure did. Is that not a thing
Where the
anymore?
heck
Am I
did my
being
thing
dumb?
go?
Yeah.
Insight's a thing. We're good.
Why did you make me doubt me, Carrie?
I just
17.
well, you said there was a glow emanating from somewhere, and then you said roll insight, so I was mildly confused.
I sure did. You should be mildly confused.
Thank you.
17.
Carrie questions everything. You
Oh,
realize that this glow that's emanating, that you can't quite tell where it's emanating from, seems to be emanating from everywhere.
Okay.
Shadows are like crossing each other in places. It's very odd.
Weird. Everything's glowing and stuff.
I really need crows to be back because the next part is a little bit interesting for crows.
Give him a moment.
Was he still?
He's dealing with kids
Yeah.
or kid.
We're family friendly. We have friends with families.
Still like that I got Crystal to use a 7th level spell slot.
You know, I was like worried because I'm thinking, what are we gonna do if we got 2 of these on us at once?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was worried about how to protect Aelmar. Like, I wasn't really worried about us, but
I was a little worried about me. Not gonna lie. There was a slight amount of self-worry.
we had healing for you.
Yeah, they have reach. They get 2 great sword attacks per round. So you are very, very lucky you moved.
Right.
But because of the challenge, I gave them Great Weapon Master as well.
Ooh.
Yeah. They were dangerous.
Deadly even. Felicity, as you're staring out the window, you see something happening at kind of the edge of the city.
Okay.
At first, you're not quite sure what you're seeing, and then you realize that it looks like the top of the wall is slowly dissolving.
Kiri, you have to come here and take a look at this.
I
You have to. You'll have to see the wall. It's dissolving.
Is this the wall of
The wall of
bodies? Brick bodies?
Yep.
Elegon,
Body bricks?
could you be my eyes?
Yeah, but I can only tell you what you're seeing. He's already told you.
Well, no, I'm pretty sure I can
You have
look through his
yeah.
eyes with an action.
It's not telepathy.
Hmm.
If you have something I don't know about, sure, but I thought it was just telepathy.
And I'll have to look. Hold on a second. Where's my?
Is that like a mount thing, or?
Yeah, I was thinking it was part of Find Steed, but I have to look it up.
Semantics.
Does not look like it's part of Find Steed.
Okay. It may have just been when I was looking at familiars then.
Well, according to the telepathy spell, until the spell ends, you and the target can instantaneously share words, images, sounds, and other sensory messages with another through the link. And the target recognizes you as the creature it's communicating with. So you were both wrong and right.
That works.
different spell. I just want to double check because I don't know
Right.
the website. I was just reading that on.
There's there are different forms of telepathy for sure. That's very unclear.
Is there not a telepathy spell anymore?
There is, I think it's called telepathic. Bond.
Telepathic.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
what was I reading? That's got to be, see, that's why I double check, because the
There's a
verbiage on
telepathy
it.
rule in the there's a telepathy rule in the monster manual for monsters that have natural telepathy.
Yeah, but must be able to understand at least one language. Telepathic messages, telepathic monster. See, this is what I thought. I didn't think it was image sharing.
Yeah.
That other one I saw, I was searching for 5e, but the verbiage on it says it's an evocation spell. This is on page 281 of the player's handbook,
Oh really?
but it doesn't say what edition this is. So if you got your PHB, turn in your hymnal to page 281.
I don't have them downloaded on this computer.
Telepathy is a spell published in the player's handbook, 5th edition. You create a telepathic link with
level evocation spell.
You can send and receive
Until the
sight,
spell
sounds,
ends,
words.
you and the target. Yeah, that is part of the telepathy spell.
I think
look at
it's
the-
I think it's just it's just mental communication of words though, unless it's outside of that spell.
Usually the monster manual definition of telepathy is the one you use for like these
Yeah, and
natural telepathy things.
and that's what I was reading is the monster manual one, and it didn't.
It just says communicate mentally is all it
Yeah.
really says.
So yeah, I'm gonna say no. You don't share images with this particular bonded spell, which is
Okay. So I'll say. Alright, well, you know what? I'll just stay mounted on Elegon because that'll give me a better perspective, and I'll be able to get back over much faster if anything happens.
and Pin's there.
So we'll come.
Pin kind of moves up to be closer when you step away.
So we'll come over and take a look outside.
And you do see that happening, and what you're seeing a lot from the outside is it's almost like a mist that's arising over the city, and you hear sounds like some of the fighting still seems to be taking place, but as you get closer to the window, and if you even crack it open a little bit, it becomes more apparent that the sound that you're hearing is almost kind of like a relieved sigh coming from most everywhere.
What was the fighting that was taking place?
The feral of the other ones.
Oh, so they were just getting really riled up.
Yeah, some of them seem to be really riled up, and what you're seeing is a lot of the angels that are out there, the minions of Kelemvor, seem to be like the walls falling apart. Our job's to, maintain the master's order sort of thing. So there's a lot of them flying around trying to figure out what's happening. But it is
defend the wall essentially.
Not defend it, but more like they're looking for who's attacking it sort of thing. And then they're getting attacked by the feral souls while that's happening. And so there's some fighting breaking off, it's kind of like a riot, really. Like there's a lot going on that it's hard to say like it's A versus B, and it's more like there's 26 factions and they're all fighting each other sort of thing going on right now. But for the largest portion of it seems to be this outpouring of a mist-like energy, and it eventually starts splitting into streams like fog that condenses into tubes as it moves through a valley. And they all seem to be heading towards the spire that you're in. And the spire keeps absorbing energy, it seems, or something. Aelmar, you note that the thing that you're holding in your hand while you're attuning, doing this attunement ritual, seems to be the actual focal point for the energy that's suffusing the tower. It's like there's a conduit, a direct line between this tower and the thing that you're holding in your hand. And you realize the crystal spire is an incarnation of Fae Tyrion.
Interesting.
As the crystal spire cracks,
Whoa.
and in the distance y'all hear a sound of shattering glass and shards start falling. And if you look at where Aelmar is on the map, do you see the second circle, the larger circle? Kind of a shimmering dome of energy seems to extend from it, and some glass shards, like almost like dust falling from the ceiling, kind of fall onto it and kind of swoop off to the side like it's blocking them. And yeah, Penn looks over at Felicity, or Felicity's already in here, looks over at Curie and Elegant and says, you might want to move back over here.
You said it, and you said it looked essentially like the crystal spire that we're in. Looks like it's starting to fall apart.
Yeah, it's like it's gaining energy at the same time it's starting to break and dissolve.
But sorry,
Gift's not back yet, but I'm gonna go ahead and say this: you see Gift fall to a knee. I don't know where Gift's avatar is. Oh, it's right there. Gift seems to fall to a knee. Aelmar, you know, we've already discussed. Until you see a strange glow about her eyes. She has golden eyes and golden markings on her body. Those seem to begin to glow, as does her bow. And a melodic sound comes through the harp on the bow, and she stands up, seeming shaken and slightly wild about the eyes. And I'll leave it for Crows to roleplay that further. But otherwise seems none the worse for wear. At the culmination of the ritual, the tower simply shatters into dust. And when that dust clears, you note that the plane of existence that you're on, the city is still here, but the palace is no more, and the wall around the city is no more. There are creatures moving about the streets.
Could you explain what you mean by the palace is no more?
So the ground that you're standing upon is some kind of bare earth and rock, but the building that's in the middle of the city is called the Crystal Spire, and it is the Palace of Kalimdor.
Right.
It is completely shattered and fallen to dust, and yet you remain undisturbed within the bounds of whatever dome this is over Aelmar, extending like, you know, what is it, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 foot radius. Is that right? 5, 10, 15, wait, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Yeah, it's about 50 foot diameter. So 25 foot radius going around that bigger circle, basically, that you see on the map there. Seems to have protected it, but even the crystal pieces that have fallen and broken and chipped and shattered and turned to glass dust have just ceased to be. As Aelmar completes the ritual. Also, the wall that encircled the entire city is also not there. And many of the souls that you had seen milling about the city are no longer there. And what you do see, in fact, you don't see a soul at all within the city. And what servitors of Kalimvor existed in this city. Many are missing. Some few that are there just seem to be flying listlessly in the sky, as almost in a state of shock. As the
Elmar will open his eyes after the ritual. Where are we?
Remember that crystal spire we were in?
You're the expert on cosmology, I thought.
It's no more.
Wait, what?
Yeah, the crystal spire is no more. And apparently it took the wall down too, so yay, we don't have to come back.
Elmar kind of gets this shocked look on his face for a moment, and it kind of slides away. Well, I didn't realize that was an incarnation, but it makes sense.
What?
Man, he didn't know how to use that.
What do gods know?
Well, that was.
I mean, to be fair, he
that
was
is
a warrior.
unexpected. That was unexpected. I did not expect the spire to be destroyed. I guess I'm glad Kalimvor isn't here. Elmar kind of looks up to the flying creatures. Perhaps we should go.
That's a good idea.
So what is
That's
happening now?
So much a better idea than you know, brother.
Because I thought you were just attuning.
Yes.
Perhaps we should discuss this on the ship. Belisario?
Yes.
He's staring at the goblet.
Can you get us back to the ship, please?
Oh, yeah.
I think we should
Ask
take
for
gift
the
too.
recall? Oh, should we take the tiefling?
Are you capable of?
Wait a minute.
She might burn up if she shows up on my ship all of a sudden.
Elmar kind of walks over to Gift and pokes her.
Yep. Every bit as real and alive as you are.
How interesting.
Let's get to the ship and she can decide what she wants to do from there.
I want to
Yes.
go with you.
I only protected the ship against Fae, so wait a minute. Celestials, elementals, Fae, fiends, and undead. Tieflings don't count as fiends, right?
No,
They do not.
they are humanoids.
They're humanoid.
Then she should be good, assuming she.
Because otherwise you would have protected against celestials and you'd be fucked.
Yeah, well, yeah. You can exclude one or more of those types of creatures from this effect. Okay. I think I excluded the undead. Anyway, okay, off we... Wait, what about this? The succubus is gone, right?
No.
She apparently isn't here because I forgot that she couldn't come on your ship.
Oh. Well, I didn't cast it yet, but
Oh, okay.
are we bringing
No,
her?
but well, she came the other way, is what he's saying.
Yeah, I forgot that you had cast that, and
All right, Rin, time for you to crawl back in my bag of holding.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, we're to recall off to the ship.
Wow, that was
Success!
something we overlooked. You do get back to the ship. You note it's flying somewhat higher in the air than it was before. Air
Why?
quotes. Well, you know, because of the chaos that we watched from inside a Crystal Spire happened underneath them.
Oh, so they just kind of...
So they were like, yeah, we're going to back up a little bit. Actually, no, they didn't, because they can't, because your hammer's with you.
Because it's only me. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's probably a pair of them looking at each other like, you know,
A little anxious, a little nervous.
yeah, they're like, you know, they were stacking on top of each other trying to get to us for a bit. That was a little fun. I'm sorry.
Uh,
Hi! They were climbing right on top of each other. Hi, it was a disaster.
I, Phaser. Secure
Yes.
the cargo. Let's get ready to go.
Already done.
Good. This is why you're my first mate. All right, off we go. Where are we going?
Home.
Home to Sundabar. Okay.
And in the meantime, could you explain what just happened?
Yes. Kind of. Maybe.
Sort of.
So basically, from what I understand is, and Elmar kind of holds out the shard. This is a seed. It is the seed of to grow a tower, which is Phaeterion. Phaeterion is designed to guide souls to the next world. And it's also designed as it's a very protected thing. What I have learned from it is vastly. The book doesn't do what the thing what it doesn't do the thing justice. I did not realize that the crystal spire was grown. That was information I did not have.
So let me get this straight. You're gonna take this and you're gonna grow yourself a wizard's tower.
Yes.
Typical.
That is a very, very small piece of what just occurred there.
Yes. Also
Why
from
did the wall disappear immediately?
well that
And where did those souls go? Or have they already been consumed?
not consumed. Phaeterion is designed to similar to the fugue plane, where the fugue plane is a think of the fugue plane as a waiting room where all souls are brought to the fugue plane to await a god's justice. Other gods will come and pick up their followers, and those that do not have a god will be judged by Kalimvor and basically put into his wall.
As an interjection, a cool mist surrounds the ship as the sails begin to glow, and you part way from the fugue plane and enter the astral once more. Please continue.
What Phaeterion is designed to do is it's not supposed to have interference. It is designed to take the souls of the dead and ferry them on to where they belong.
Well, what does that mean?
What that means can be different for each soul. It could mean rebirth within the cycle. It could mean being at rest.
The gods, currently the gods have arranged it so the entire cosmology revolves around them, right? So the afterlife, where your soul goes after death, is entirely dependent on the gods, and all of them have different realms that your soul can go to.
Yes.
So what realm?
Sorry, I gotta go to bed, guys. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, man.
Good night.
So that is the current cosmology, yes. With this, the tower can work as a point where the souls can move on without a god's intervention. The soul, I'm going to kind of read from this here quick. Basically, the soul has the tower. All right, what I've been given is the balance of one's deeds weighed and measured by the spirit itself objectively, honestly, but with passion. those unwilling to measure themselves dream again and again until they're willing to pass their own judgment.
If you'd like, I can explain it. I know I wrote it, and you're
Please.
yeah. Let me take it here. So what
Elmar-
explains to you is that in time primordial, before the gods and the cosmology had coalesced, there was Phaeterian, this thing that existed. Who knows what it was called then? No one knows if it was made or if it's just like the planet you walk on just was, sort of thing. But this was the afterlife, and souls, when they would die, they would go into the halls of Phaeterian, where they would dream, and it, like a cool and restful slumber, and the story of their entire life would play out in this dream that they had while their spirit rested. And then at the end of that rest, the balance of their deeds, good and evil, were weighed and measured by the spirit itself, objectively, honestly, but with passion. And those who found themselves worthy would ascend. Those that found themselves not worthy would fall. So rather than a god passing judgment, a soul would pass judgment on itself based off of what it believed was right in life. But also with good and evil, because those are fundamental forces of the universe, not subject to debate. I mean, evil is evil, regardless of how justified you feel in life committing it, right? So some souls would resist judging themselves and would be locked in the slumber. They would keep going through their life over and over and over again. In some ways, that's almost the worst torment, to abuse yourself with your own lack of being able to face your own actions. So again, he explains that those that were worthy would ascend the floors, and he uses a term called ascended servitors. And those who ascended would study the cosmos and reality and commune with each other and themselves, with their own being, almost like a meditative sort of nirvana sort of state. Or they would commune with whatever it is that they worshipped as the existence of worship began to come about, until they decided to be reborn into the world, to experience the world once more. Those that descended, called the fallen, worked to achieve balance, or raged against the cosmos in some labyrinthine dark, hellish scape, until they were able to achieve that whatever, call it, spiritual balance needed to will themselves to be reborn into the world again, as well. The middle halls of Phaeterian, the ones that are accessible, are for souls who are in balance, who choose to stay within the tower, and for the living and undead visitors to it. And that's what he explains to you. So one point that he makes is that the tower itself is kind of, it's less like good and evil, more like, when it comes down to, for like, thumping a Bible sort of talk, but more of like a magnet with two poles, an upper and a lower pole, with a point being to I guess harmonically align yourself and be reborn once more. So it has an energy. And so what he tells you, what happened to the wall, what he sensed happening during the ritual to the wall and to the souls of the city, is that them being with no place to go were drawn into Phaeterian. The crystal that he really holds in his hand right now is kind of the anchor point of it all. And are even now going off to their cool and restful slumber.
So we basically freed everybody in those bricks.
Yep, and sent them on to
whatever judgment they decided on.
Yeah, and the interesting thing is they're their own judge.
But basically, that when the gods took it, it sounds like the gods took it and kind of almost perverted it to their own will.
They kind of put structures and rituals and their own dogma in place as the scales of measurement, so to speak. And rather than ascending and descending within that realm, the gods would depart with the souls.
Yeah, and what Kiri's driving at, what her concern is, while, this whole kind of like almost purification of the structure of the afterlife sounds great to her. There's all these realms, the outer planes, the celestial realms, all these things, all these places that souls were going for their afterlife, all these hundreds of different realms. They're going somewhere now, to some realm that is real and exists. And she's worried that the gods are going to be very jealous of their power and are going to want to go get them. So where are they? What is this realm that they're in?
Aelmar knows for a fact that this doesn't necessarily cover the outer planes of existence. That this is going to be localized to the... It's localized to Toril, if that makes sense. So a spirit's not going to die in Gehenna and come to this tower. The fugue plane existed as an extension of Kelemvor, who was a god of the prime material on Toril. If that makes sense. This artifact is part of Tyrillian mythology.
So do they still exist in the astral? Do they exist in the fugue plane? Where do they exist? Some pocket dimension of the prime material?
Whom?
Think it like when they ascend, and they're basically what you have when you.
Or
say
even
they-
before they ascend, when they're in the dream.
They're in the tower itself, which is a pocket dimension.
Which is its own
Dimension, yeah.
Okay.
But
And then after?
the inside of the tower itself, then they would be reborn on Toril. If the soul is reborn, it would be reborn on Toril.
And if it's not reborn?
Then it's in the tower.
Like literally ascends the tower?
Mm-hmm. So the tower
So you said
in
that
and of
the-
itself is infinite. That's the thing about the tower. It is infinite in space. Each floor is almost infinite, except for the middle floors, which are more
So
anchored
if
in
the gods
reality.
if the gods want their souls back, they have to come through us, essentially.
100%. If the gods wanted
Bring
to.
it on!
But as things stand right now, the gods don't even have access to their souls. So, good luck.
Yeah. Basically,
I think we have a very limited understanding of what the gods can do right
So
now.
what you know, I will say this was part of Aelmar's conjectures that the only reason that souls have been passing into an afterlife in the first place is because of this, probably because of this tower, because Kelemvor's presence is not there. And the gods weren't able to touch the fugue plane, but the reason that they were actually still the souls were still going to the fugue plane was probably because the crystal spire itself was a manifestation of this tower.
Right.
And the wheels that kept everything running the way it were before were the structures placed in place by Kelemvor previously and by his incredibly powerful celestial servants.
Don't worry, Gary. I'll protect you.
But it is definitely galaxy brain level shit. Like both in character and out of character, I would be like, the fuck you just said. I picture Aelmar like drawing charts and astrological designs and weird symbols and
for
like,
him to explain it to Kiri, this would take like the entire journey back. 'cause
the entire trip back
yeah,
to Sandbar.
she's not that smart. She has to have things explained to her very plainly and clearly. With
you know
lots
what?
of pictures.
Let's have people roll a knowledge knowledge planes? Arcana.
Knowledge
Okay,
Arcana.
let's do everyone roll a knowledge Arcana except for Aelmar, of course. He understands it. I'm even gonna roll for me. Let's see if
Can I roll
Penny.
knowledge nature?
Nope.
No, this is Arcana. Planar stuff is always Arcana.
Okay. Hey, 20.
Fucking, I hate my fucking dice so much.
That's because you changed your
Should I
name to
get a-
carry me harder.
Yeah, they were rolling so good before that. 10.
I mean, you did roll 2 crits tonight.
You did.
6.
So I think Aylmar continues to be the only one who understands it, with with Felicity actually really grasping most of it.
I'm like, yeah, okay, I get it. She probably likens it to some kind of Kalimshan trade station, trade depot, or transport.
Which is
depot
why,
station.
like, as he's explaining the whole thing and about how souls are within their slumber, and Kiri's just going, but where are they? I saw them there on the fugue plane. Where are they now?
Hey, look.
until he finally goes and takes the crystal, and he's like, look, this is a tower. The tower is inside this shard. The souls are inside the tower. It's just like, oh, okay, I get that much.
The crystal shard of holding.
I think that's where Aylmar
Yeah.
goes, okay, I want you to point to the light in this room. But you can see everywhere, right? That's the same with the souls in the tower. They're there just because you can't see them. They're like the light in the room.
Something
No,
about perverse
be-
gods in their mythology that corrupted the entire system to begin with. You only saw them because of how the gods had it set up, and they had
Yep.
it set up.
And for some reason, I feel a whole lot better about the whole situation.
Pen's just like staring at this gold mug with emeralds sitting across from Belisario's gold mug with emeralds.
Never let a warrior set something up like this.
Right.
I mean, technically speaking, that office has changed hands quite a bit.
Oh, I know.
Oh man, you don't even want to know. Remember when I had to check and I told someone they felt like they were being watched?
Yeah.
I don't even want what that was.
Who was it?
Jurgle.
Nurgle? Yikes.
Jurgle is so smart that when stuff started happening, rather than be kicked back to the mortal plane, that he just went back to one of his phylacteries. And
What a good place to hang out.
I mean, he was the god of death right until Bane, Ball, and Merkel came in like, we want to be it. He's like, yeah, sure. But, you know, which one's going to get which? Remember, he split the portfolios amongst the three gods because he was the god of murder, death. He's the god of undead. Like, he just doesn't give a shit. He just wants to keep the wheels running. Like, he really doesn't care.
Well, the wheels are running.
So, anyway. Yeah, so you guys sail and manage to make it back to the prime material plane. You swear right before you're exiting the astral that there are dragons tailing you in the distance. But as you arrive in the prime material plane and the passageway closes and the sails dim once more, you're completely alone. I'm going to assume the departure point will be the same as the entry point. We haven't really discussed that, but
Yeah, probably.
I mean, I guess in theory you could sail through the astral to get somewhere, but could you though?
Or
Yeah.
or we could just not. Yeah.
Yeah.
Different points.
So at a certain point, you guys sail back to Sundabar, I assume?
We do.
So at this point, we will. You'd certainly want to allow some RP within the group. But we're going to start discussing our downtime. It is time we had some.
When we get back to Sunderbar, we'll get Gift out of the, or get not Gift, Rin out of the bag of holding and apologize again for travel accommodations.
She lifts up her sleeping mask as Pen starts pulling her out. And she goes, "Oh no, it's fine. What's a girl to do? I guess I wasn't needed after all. Am I finished then?"
Elmar will rattle off the termination date of the contract.
Oh, you're keeping her the full time, not for one job?
It's literally the spell ends. It's not. Elmar doesn't have control over that.
Oh.
It's a contract for 30 days.
Oh, okay. Like, that's fine. Let me know if you need anything. She kind of starts wandering off in Sunderbar. So when y'all
Well,
return to Sunderbar, what do you do?
First thing I want to do is I want to go check in on Mama.
Okay. She's doing well. The orphanage is, of course, being managed quite well. She's working with the people you put in charge, but they've kind of gravitated towards her as a bit of a leader. You haven't been gone terribly long, but she's already managed to put her mark on the place.
She knows what she's doing.
So before we get off the boat, I will thank everybody again for their assistance in this. It does mean a lot that you were able to come to my aid in this. I know I asked a lot of you, but I believe the information that we have acquired is vital to what is going on here as well.
No problem. You would have done the same for us. In fact, I have some questions for you when we get some relaxation time about my little problem.
Yes, we need to start researching on elemental lords.
Yes. Oh, that's for later. Come all over to my place tonight, and I'll make dinner. Me and Mama.
I may have to take a rain check on that.
Okay.
Perhaps in a week.
Sure.
Kiri, is there anything that you need of me before I take some downtime?
What are we doing with the shard?
I was going to go perform the ritual to plant it.
And aren't you concerned that will attract attention?
Perhaps.
Like, wouldn't it attract attention? I feel like it would. Should we not start preparing for this?
You are likely correct. I will show you where I will show you where I have prepped the ritual spot.
Okay. Start trying to figure out what we can do to defend it.
So Elmar will work on getting everything ready for the ritual, and then taking everybody to there's two spots that he's thinking of, and he will take them to both and get basically get a couple of ideas from everyone else as well.
Sounds good.
The first spot he actually takes you is on a floating island over Silvery.
Ooh.
As long as there's a place for the ship to dock.
There is.
In and of itself, Silver Moon still has quite an aura about it.
That'll mess up a lot of things with people trying to come around.
That was my hope. Is the chaos around Silver Moon will keep it hidden to an extent.
Depends, like, I mean, to my rudimentary magical senses, I'm still new to this stuff, but it's pretty overwhelming to try to feel into that spectrum here. So,
And what was your other spot?
The other spot is just outside of Sunday.
Yeah.
And I believe, if everything that I'm reading is accurate, it could actually be in both spots.
It could be in both spots?
I believe so.
How does that work in terms of us being able to defend it?
Mr. Wolfman, thank you for the follow.
As far as defending it, from my understanding, it is not something that will need much defense, though I do not know how. I do not know what the capabilities of the gods are currently.
Considering what it just took for us to annihilate the previous incarnation,
Yes, that's because
that has been established for a great amount of time.
Yes,
I
that is.
think we should take it very seriously indeed.
Yes, the one downside for protection is if you leave your doors open and turn it into a public courthouse. Yes, it's very vulnerable. I do not intend to do that.
Okay. My question is this. If this tower exists in both locations by virtue of it being a pocket dimension or whatever, like, let's just assume that however strong and nigh invulnerable it might be, gods are probably gonna find some way of bringing some power to bear on it. Let's just make that assumption.
Yes.
Good assumption.
If they strike at it or if they attempt to access it from Silvery Moon, would we be able to detect that interference from Sundabar and rally our defenses from Sundabar in a near instantaneous fashion?
That's a very good question, Xerak. Is that something that I would know?
So being attuned to the tower, you know that you're going to have some degree of passive awareness of the tower. You're not 100% sure as to the extent of that, but if someone forced entry into it, you're pretty sure you'd know.
Okay.
No matter where you are on this plane of existence.
Okay. So the answer to that then would be, as long as I am on the same plane of existence as the tower itself, if somebody did try to breach the wall or gain entry, yes, I would know, and we could muster forces and travel. It would take as long as it would take for us to get the troops to one of the towers.
Okay. That seems feasible.
But that also allows, if we have one in Sundabar and it is attacked, it would allow us to move an army pretty quickly.
Right. And I'm sure with your knowledge and ability that you can figure out some way to turn the arcane energies of Silvery Moon to your advantage.
Absolutely.
Okay. I think it would be wise in the very near future to set up a specific force that is equipped with the knowledge and ability for dimensional travel and rapid response.
We need a rapid response team. I like it.
I like everything about this.
I could summon some seals, and then we can make them our seal response team.
You think they're called the Ilfarin something or other?
Yeah.
Should be like a multi. It would be interesting if it was a multi-group though. This is in character from Nepenthe. Knights.
What do you mean a multi-group?
Knights and rangers, living and undead, trained to work as a squad together.
Well, I mean,
look at our humble adventuring party. We're
the
vast different
Ilfarin
skill sets.
are subject to a great number of limitations. I think to have adequate defense for the tower, we would want something more than just the Ilfarin.
That's what I'm
No
saying.
offense, AMR.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very well. Well, I guess the first step is to get this thing up and running.
I feel like we're gonna wind up calling game early tonight. I was expecting to go till 1, but what I want to start setting up at this time is getting some downtime online, including the raising of the tower and then any objectives.
The raising of the tower and then the raising of the tower.
Yeah, exactly. And then what objectives you guys are looking to accomplish. I know Felicity wants to do some research.
Yeah.
Belisario probably has some heavy drinking.
Yeah.
He's got that new cup he's got to break in.
Maybe I got a new cup I gotta break in. Maybe take a visit to Waterdeep for a certain bard.
Yeah, that could be cool. So I think we might try to schedule some downtime from here. So that may be worthwhile getting into. Kind of had some other stuff plotted, but I don't want to get into it too much without Crows here. We're gonna have some talking to in the Discord server. We'll do some chatting this week about scheduling, because we're probably gonna go back to 8, but we've really got to kind of figure out a hybrid, because I don't want to rob Peter to pay Paul. You know, either way we shift, we're potentially cutting an hour from someone's playtime.
Right.
So
I think if Crows can be here, I'm okay losing 30 minutes to an hour myself.
Usually the beginning is the where we have it as much set up and recapping and stuff like that. I think it's easier to be here at the end than it is to miss the end of a session.
Yeah, I agree.
So we'll probably go to 8 to midnight next week. So
Okay.
But you know, for now, let's talk about some downtime activities. But well done on completing the ritual, and well done on a really hard fight. And escaping back to Sunderbar, our base of operations. Real quick, before we get too much downtime, Mr. Wolfman, unwhispering this time, I want to say thank you and welcome to the adventurers. We absolutely appreciate you joining us. Chris White did tell you correctly, this is Tabletop Simulator that we use. There are a lot of, I wouldn't call them mods per se, but there's a lot of user-generated content for
Add-ons.
it. Yeah, something like that. I don't know what you call it. There's quite a bit, including like figurines and stuff like that. But it also innately gives you the ability just to take a regular map and put it on a board and lay out a play surface. So you can see our main board is a map of the Silver Marches, which is where most of our game is set. But we can also pop out a board on top of it. We got a big map of Faerun. We got a map of that's the city of Sundabar, an artist representation of it. To be honest, I've used Roll20 and a lot of other ones, and while this seems high tech, and it certainly has like this abrupt learning curve to figuring out how to use it, which yes, Chris White, I saw you said I should do a YouTube tutorial, but like a lot of this stuff is just static, and once you get it into place, it's kind of nice to do. I think the most challenging thing is what Lev figured out how to do, which is how to take these boards and save them preset with an encounter on them, so you could just bust out the board. But
You got all your encounters set
Yeah.
as game
That,
objects. and
that's what
pop 'em out.
this gray area is over here. Is just the hidden
The DM screen.
the hidden.
I can show it real quick, I guess.
Yeah, if you want to, go for
let me,
it.
let me save the game really quick.
Yeah, so
I don't have to like redo shit.
yeah, because lining up those fog of war and those blacked out areas can be a little difficult in this. So, but like, you get these cool radiuses that you can. A COS. What is COS?
COS? What?
I don't know. He said I just finished running a COS session using GIMP for maps and minis. Yeah, GIMP I use because I'm cheap too. I get
So,
made
like,
fun of.
This was another potential encounter, the dragon encounter. I can come over here and unshrink it.
Whoa.
And it
and there's
pops
our
up over here.
encounter.
Some floating dice here for some reason.
That's because the shrink-unshrink actually goes through the play area that we have.
Ah.
And it takes
Oh,
random
Curse of
things that are
Strahd,
not nailed
nice.
down.
We ran a Curse of Strahd campaign, actually.
We did.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a lot of fun.
We didn't quite finish it.
I was gonna say we almost finished it too. That was awesome.
We were in the castle, right? I think we had
Yeah.
a couple more sessions left, and we never quite.
Yeah, and then
Wrapped
I think the group kind of shuddered and fell apart. Yeah. Curse of Strahd is fun. I can't help but take liberties with everything I run and just wing some stuff too, but we were having a good time.
That was still a fun character. I like my barbarian that tromped through Ravenloft to looking for fights.
I can't even remember what I was playing.
You were playing the high elf.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Oh,
Late
yeah, the
Singer
high elf.
He literally was a high elf. He rolled drug
He
addicted
had
as a background
yeah,
thing.
Yeah, he had a problem.
He wouldn't mind if I do some blow. Like, what? Whoa. Which is funny because then I see that meme online of that elf smoking pot and just sitting there, literally high elf. Yeah, this stuff is a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to use. It makes for kind of a nice interactive game experiment. Although a couple of times lately we've still done quote unquote theater of the mind sort of stuff. We don't always grid everything, but
What I like about this is even when it's theater of the mind, it kind of sets the
tone. It's like
mood. It's sort of like gets you in the mode of thinking you're playing tabletop, right? Like that's
well, it's like when we used to play tabletop together when everyone would pile in over here and stuff like that, and I would try to put like, dude, I used to I ran a Strahd game back in the I'm really old times, but there was it was a couple editions ago of I put up my buddy had a bunch of black cloth and I hung it up over the windows like black drapes. We put a bunch of candles out, had like a skull sitting somewhere. I think we had like incense going and everything.
Oh my god.
And I wrapped a shawl over my head, and like in the old video game it was like you had the tarot card reading or whatever the cards were, I forget, from the gypsy lady. And so we started off and like, let me tell your future, Giorgio, or whatever it was. So, D&D, I'm telling you, D&D is a fun game. There are a lot of communities where you can find games. I have more players than game time right now, sadly.
So are you still going to be doing the Wednesday game where the NPC is going to be controlled by the chat?
So I am setting up a new game that we're going to start doing on Wednesdays, and yeah, there's going to be a chat controlled NPC. Silk Milks, I would tell you the best ways to find a gaming group. I've seen several times posted on Imager, so you might go search D&D on Imager, but there's groups with Discords that are literally all about matching players to games. So that's worth a search. Local game store. Huge option to go to your local game store. That's like out here,
we've got
Dave and Patty are like ballers, pairing people up and finding games.
The local game store is like the community fixture here, and you'll find experienced and new players, and they're super welcoming. I imagine it's very likely the same wherever you're at.
They had a massive bulletin board in the back, and people would post looking for a game, looking for players for a game on this night and this night. Digitally speaking, it's easier to find games digital. I think nowadays. But I mean, even communities like mine, I mean, there's people that put together games and do other stuff. I don't think there's any other D&D games going on in our Discord right now, but we do run a sub Discord for people. They do a lot of like World of Warcraft and stuff like that. I'm in Arizona, Mr. Wolfman. In fact, all of us on this call are in Arizona
Currently.
Yeah.
Most of
Yes.
us are in Arizona, yeah.
Currently. Oh,
The
boy.
player that plays Gift, Crows, he's actually in Chicago.
Chicago. Abe Froman.
Hey, Roman.
Sausage King of Chicago. No. Ferris Bueller's reference. But yeah.
Are you, like San Francisco or the Bay Area? Like the peninsula or the Bay Area?
There's so many good
Okay,
stores in San Francisco.
Yeah,
There's some super ball. I mean, it might be hard to go to one right now with COVID and all that crap, but there's some good game stores out in San Francisco.
Yeah.
I went by one when a few years back when Eva and I were taking our little road trip thing. So
Did you move for work or?
that's an expensive city to move to. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh man. It's a cool city. I loved it. I wandered all over that place while we were there, but
My family's from the Bay Area. I love it there, but
god,
don't want to raise my kids there.
well, it's just like I know you would make good money if you were there and all that stuff, but like it's like how far your buck goes
man.
doesn't even seem worth it. You
You
grew up in
grew
a
up in a
2-mile wide
town.
town. Me too.
Man, what a change. What's it?
Phoenix is a freaking
What's
change.
Phoenix has changed a lot. I mean, where I went to Arizona State and Tempe is like, it's just so crazy. It's getting super like high tech, and they're building up because they can't build out.
Yeah, Phoenix, you used to be able to drive across in like 45 minutes. Now it's like a 2.5-hour trip.
Yeah.
Well, the metropolitan area.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, it's nutty to me how big this freaking city is. Like, because I mean, I've lived in a couple of cities, but like I grew up in a small, literally 2-mile wide town where, a main street town where it's, one road and everything's built along it, and like you could literally walk across town in like 10 minutes, sort of 15 minutes practically. You know?
I think the Bay Area is even more spread out though, because they got the bay right in the middle of everything. So if you want to
Silk, that's what I miss.
go
I
either
miss
all the way
freaking
around or across
outside.
the bridge.
That's the crap I actually miss is outside, like going out in your backyard, and if you turn your back porch light off, there's no freaking light except for stars and moon at night, looking up at the
Wasn't there-
heavens.
Is there an observatory where you lived?
Yeah,
or
yeah,
close
yeah,
by?
yeah. There was a major observatory in the mountains about like half an hour away. I used to go. They
Yeah.
used to have like viewing nights. You could actually go and look through the telescope
That's
because
cool.
because it's a small town and they know they're not going to get 10,000 people. I miss it a little bit, so I really do. But at the same time, I really like Phoenix. Kiri,
Phoenix is-
I love you. Interrupt our conversation. Oh, Kiri left.
He bailed.
Yeah,
Why did
he
bailed?
posted a message in D&D chat, said I need to go to bed. I have an early work day. So
That never stopped me.
right,
Right.
I just-
right.
I work too much.
So basically, what do we want to plot for downtime? Do we want to say like a month?
Well, it depends.
3 months maybe.
It can be an extended downtime.
Yeah, that's up to
basically
the
at this
party,
point
but yeah.
we need to research. So I guess at this point we're probably going to be doing research on where the elemental lords are, right?
Pretty much.
So
And I
that's gonna
imagine
take
Gift is going to want to
time.
do research on her gods and try to figure out
yes.
something there, and then you're going to want to do research on Gift to find out about her sudden case of the livings.
Yes.
And
Maybe do some more research on the gods as well.
are you going to set up 2 towers, one in Sundabar and
Yes.
everything? And then just to be clear, so you guys know as well, these towers are the same place inside. They're just different exterior manifestations. So when you walk in the door of the one in Sundabar, you can walk out of the door of the one in Silveryman.
Nice.
We'll put a picture of the tower on a board here for everyone.
Yeah, let's show
and
the stream what the tower looks like.
Playing at home.
Yeah. I gotta find my mouse cursor now so I can move over there. I had to. You can move faster in this game. I had to slow it down because I had this nervous habit of just flying in circles and making you guys nauseous.
Giving everybody
Yeah.
Dizziness.
making them sick to their stomach.
Right.
I need to open.
Spinning the circles, dude. I am kind of excited for Pathfinder tomorrow, but I'm severely excited for Guild Wars on Saturday.
Oh,
I got my glider stuff.
Oh man, we're so in Guild Wars we have we just started a guild base, but like so you get property like whatever, it's a zone you zone into, but it's it's like huge guild hall, yeah, and it's like a whole area, and the first thing you have to do is conquer it. Like there's this huge fight encounter, and we tried to do it, and we got our butts kicked.
Oh, man.
So we all had to unlock I already had gliding and vertical gliding, but we all have to have the updraft gliding so we can move around it, and we all have to have so we set Monday at
well, you know what else we need to have that I didn't think of?
What?
We need to have bouncy mushrooms.
Oh, where do you get
the bouncy mushroom? That's how when you jump on the mushrooms and then it bounces you up. Because that's the other thing that you need that. I didn't have that until this afternoon, so I do have that.
So, Silk Milks, what I would say with Discord, usually you're gonna want to have an invite link to a specific server. I know they just recently put search in, and I'm not sure how search really works in it either. Oh, there you go. Wow, Lev, you're awesome. Look at that, Johnny.
He was on top of that. I was trying to do it. He was faster.
I didn't even know there was a web URL for looking through. Look at it, Discord and Dragons, looking for groups. So
Nice.
LFG is what you want. That the first one looks perfect. So yeah, you just click that join the server link, and Lev, I knew there's a reason you're a mod. You're not a mod on my Discord,
member
but
count as well. So the top ones are the more popular ones, more popular.
that D&D has 3,000 people online. TWBB D&D 2,000. Yeah, look at all that. It's a bunch of people.
The tavern has
A D&D Discord meant for
700.
players,
My
DMs, and
goodness.
tabletop fans to come together. So you'll get people with different systems that'll invite you. Yeah, good way to find games. I like these ones that have the reviews. That Discord and Dragons doesn't have reviews, but some of these do.
I'm laughing at Inevitable Disappointment Club. They got a 1 critical fail for their logo.
Oh man, I want to join this
amazing.
server. We are a Discord server created by a group of friends to promote and facilitate the wonderful world of tabletop role-playing games amongst all skill levels. Level Grinders, a program to help out new DMs in learning to become a dungeon master. By the way, that was another thing I was going to tell you, Silk Milks. If you can't find a group to play in, learn to run. That's actually like when I was a kid, I couldn't ever I always wanted my older brother to teach me how to play. He wouldn't. I convinced my dad to buy me my first Dungeons and Dragons box set. Oh, that dates me.
I still have mine.
You're right. I know, you lucky shit. So like I couldn't figure it out, so I used to run through and like read a bunch. Yeah, running the game is, they call it Dungeon Master. You'll get some people that will refer to it as Game Master because that's what a lot of other systems other than D&D call it. Like Vampire the Masquerade and all those other ones, because they don't really have dungeons in the game. So, but that's where I kind of got started. Is I got a couple of people, hey, you want to come over and play D&D, and just didn't. And like watching streams, like especially mine. No, watching streams about D&D, you kind of get a feel for how the games can go. And there's, you'll find different types of groups. We're pretty relaxed and pretty, I would say, RP heavy, and and I'm a very fluid dungeon master as far as running games go. You'll find other groups that are a little bit more rigid and organized.
But you've got a lot of different personalities in your player base, right?
Yeah.
Like some people are all about the character concept, Crows, and some people are all about the mechanics, Lev, and
Some are all just having fun.
Some are, yeah. I mean, the big part of it for us is just hanging out and shooting the shit, and
we're all
making
real
fun of each other.
life friends too. But we do play right now every Thursday and soon every Wednesday and Thursday. And you're always welcome back to come hang out. I like it. It helps me, of course, but I think D&D on Twitch especially is fun. I've met so many great people. I even had a guy troll me. wound up becoming a really cool follower. Yeah.
Okay. He's like, this isn't D&D.
Because we were playing a different system that's not Dungeons and Dragons, but we flagged it Dungeons and Dragons because that system wasn't anywhere in the Twitch categories. So what do? We got yelled at. But then he became a great follower. So all good. Inevitable Disappointment Club is brilliant.
I mean, come on.
It's funny, like
playing on TTS.
Are they?
No, that was just the crack at the TTS dice.
Oh,
the die rollers.
Oh yeah.
The
Seriously.
TTS dice by themselves, if you just toss them, they'll like the basic dice, not the add-ons that we've got. They'll tell you, like, I think they tell you what number they landed on, or you hover over them and it tells you.
Mm-hmm.
You want to play a game? Is look through these and see how many are called Tavern, Haven, or Dragon's Den. It's surprisingly a lot.
Do any of them mention Threshold?
Right. Oh Jesus. The Dragon's Den.
Dating ourselves too.
Yeah, this is the town of Threshold. This is the town.
Do you know why it's called Threshold?
Because it's on the threshold of two different regions?
No.
Is it an innuendo?
Joseph Campbell, hero with 1,000 faces. Let's see, the big time story nerd.
Good night, Wolfman. Thank you so much for showing up. Thanks for the follow, buddy.
Adios.
So there's this prototype for every like quest story told
yeah.
and history, right? And I'm just waiting to see if you're gonna say anything else, Mr. Wolf.
No. It's the stream delay. He's responding to stuff I already said.
Okay, yeah. I forget about that.
Yeah,
Anyway,
you have to get the habit of it.
Anyway, you get like the reluctant hero, and he gets he approaches the threshold of adventure, and something forces him over it.
Right.
And that's why it's the town of Threshold, because that's the threshold of the adventure. And something happens in the town of Threshold to make you go on an adventure.
Nice.
I'm a giant literary nerd, if you didn't know.
Yeah.
I think some of us knew that.
I have a quick question about the campaign. Lev, was this a level night?
It is.
I thought so. I think I just hit 3 third level Shadow Sorcerer, and I finally have that cool ability I would have loved to have in that last fight, which is to throw a globe of darkness on someone and I can still see through it.
Nice. That's your advantage right there.
Yeah.
Hey, am I taking 20 levels in Cleric, or should I like dip into Rogue or something?
I think that's entirely up to you. I min-maxed a little bit, and I have a particular path that I want to go on. There's a Shadow Blade spell that will make me pretty devastating with sneak attacks, and obviously the auto-critting from things like Seeing in Darkness when they can't. So
I'm just not really impressed with the Cleric capstone.
What is the capstone?
Divine Intervention improvement. So anytime I use the Divine Intervention class ability, it's an automatic success.
Okay.
And I have almost never used it in this game, right? Like,
but what is Rogue really going to get you? That's not going to help you. That's not going to help your spell casting or anything like that. And you're a pretty cast heavy guy. Like, so if there's a Mystic Thurge or something.
If you were to go any class outside of cleric, you would want to go with a class that is going to give you a second attack.
That'd be
Rogue is
fighter.
rogue is
Fighter, yeah.
not going to give that.
That'd be fighter. Paladin, I've heard people take a couple levels in Paladin so they can add their smite damage to if they're like a war or tempest cleric, like my cleric. They get smite on top of it, which is fine. But we already got a paladin in the party.
Right.
Can we talk about my Javelin of Lightning Assassinate?
Okay,
that was
amazing.
really good.
Holy
That was really, really
I was
good.
sitting there looking through, like, what am I going to do to this guy? I could do my range thing, and I was like, oh yeah, I got the Javelin of Lightning. I could throw it, and I started reading it again. I was like, wait, that's 5d6 without a save on the target. It's only a save for the people between you and the target. And I almost thought I was going to throw it at that one guy with Belisario in between, and I'll be like, Pin will just be like, I thought you were immune to lightning. What kind of crap does your god give you? God.
Resistant to lightning.
But then I was like looking at it and I was like, holy crap, if I can pull off the assassinate with this, that's double dice. And I really wanted to make sure, that's why I waited, and then I asked you guys. Now let me get this straight.
So with
22d6
isn't
21.
here and you are not getting invisibility, do remember that basically the manacles that you have, they allow you to basically the way I designed them was
Well, I think I just need to remember that hide is a thing that I should be doing a lot more in
Yes.
combat, because to me it's always like an out of combat mechanic.
So basically, the way that I designed the manacles, your assassinate is supposed to be you get an assassinate once per combat if you initiate. The manacles basically give you the assassinate ability once per combat, even if you don't initiate.
Right. And it could be more than once through combat, as if my marked target still can't see me and I don't kill it the first time.
Correct.
Yeah. It's cool when I realized I could hide again. But the thing is now with Shadow Sorcerer, I don't even need to hide if I'm doing darkness on them.
Mm-hmm.
You just drop darkness, mark them, and then go to town.
Is the spell just darkness? What level is it? 2?
Second.
Why I just got
think.
it.
Yeah. So yeah, Chris, so you're actually in the same position that I was in with my cleric. I got up there in level and I was like, do I go fighter for a second attack?
Yeah, but you only get the second attack once per long rest, unless you go 5 levels in fighter.
Correct. And that was kind of my thing, is like, do I go 5 levels in fighter and skip out of the
like 9th level spells,
the top tier spells, or do I think stick with my one
If
attack?
the point you choose is on an object you are holding or one that isn't being worn or carried, the darkness emanates from the object and moves with it. But it says it's not being worn or carried, I can't target another creature with it.
No. You would probably target something on you.
Right, and then run up as a giant globe of... That's not super subtle.
Not at all.
Completely covering the source of the darkness with an opaque object, such as a bowl or a helm, blocks the darkness. Oh, that's interesting. So the darkness emanates like a light effect, which means, man, is there a way for me to do permanent darkness on something? So I don't have to waste time casting the spell and I could just have like a darkness blowgun? A darkness spit wad?
There, you would have to make it and research it, but it would essentially be the equivalent of an everlasting torch, but it would be an everlasting darkness torch.
Kind of, except for the everlasting torch, I believe, is a cantrip because that's what light
Yeah,
is.
but the thing is I also have to cast the spell with my sorcerer points or something in order for my effect to trigger. So
a permanent darkness actually wouldn't work for you.
Yeah, that wouldn't work.
Eyes of the Dark. When you reach 3rd level in this class, you learn the darkness spell, which doesn't count against your number of sorcerer spells known. In addition, you can cast it by spending 2 sorcery points or by expending a spell slot. Does that mean I don't even have to memorize it? I just burn a slot and...
Well, sorcerers don't memorize. Sorcerers
that's
get
right.
spells known.
They have.
It's
yeah.
on your list.
Got it.
That's
If
the
you
way
cast it with
bards-
sorcery
bards are the
points.
same way.
Oh, but I have to do it with sorcery points in order to see through it. Got it. Yeah, Silk Milks. It's yeah. I always tell people, a good YouTube tutorial or something. But you want to see some fancy technology? Look at this character sheet right here. This thing is nuts in Google spreadsheets. I literally can click on a spell, and then I click on this icon that I got to choose. And it tells me the details of the spell over on the right-hand side.
They'll pop out.
Otherwise, these are all formulas. Look at that. Equals if, parentheses, sum, parentheses, J16 plus IF, parentheses, A16 equal true, comma, $WW. So
We're a bunch of nerds.
We
Sorry.
very much are, yes.
So the two people speaking right now, Chrisamite is a programmer.
Well, not anymore.
And Lavinian is a programmer. So, like, between the two of them, oh Lord. Hopefully, hopefully in a couple of weeks, you'll see some other cool Chrisamite branded technology.
I got slammed at work.
No,
this
it's
week.
okay.
I wanted to work on it today, actually. And,
I can't program to
it
save
just-
my life, Silk Milks,
it
but
just
I
got
had
away
enough
from me,
business jobs that I can kind of understand Excel. And then, I've just been a web designer. It's not a bad place to start. Web design, getting into coding. I'm not a coder. I'm a physical tech guy. I do IT. So
if you, I don't know what you do for a living today, or if you are interested at all, but web development's gotten like just nuts. Like everything is web tech. And like if you're interested in furthering that, stuff like React or Angular, or these sort of reactive JavaScript frameworks that most websites are built in.
more mechanical and
okay.
electronics.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
cool. It's cool.
That stuff, man, like there's not a lot of people doing that anymore, and it's gonna be crazy important.
I really want to start
Especially as we
teaching
automate
myself how to.
everything.
I want to start teaching myself how to do like circuit board, like soldering and manual stuff. Because I keep watching like Linus Tech Tips, and I watch them just like build, like, and we need this, and they'll like build some little circuit for something, and I'm like, man, I used to know how to do that crap back in high school.
Soldering's fun.
I used to. I made my own beige box for
Ooh.
for strictly informational purposes. Don't call me. Yeah. So yeah, we were a bunch of wannabe little freakers. So, but
I may have committed a computer crime before there were laws about it.
well, then it's not a crime. It's the perfect crime. Oh my god, I remember watching the movie Hackers, and yeah. It's got 16 megabytes of RAM. Whoa! holy crap.
56K modem.
Whoa!
I don't want to watch that movie again now.
Right? Yeah, I wonder if it's on the Twitch movie list. We could all just watch Hackers and talk shit for the rest of the night. I'm gonna go see. Hold on. I don't even remember where to pull up that
All right,
list
the
actually.
best part about that movie was Angelina Jolie.
Yes.
Oh, back when she was
Yes.
super hot. Oh my god. My
all I
teenage
remember is
heart
that was-
beat for her. I will tell you that.
I will say I was really surprised when I was watching Aeon Flux,
wow.
the movie, and I was like, I know him. Where do I know him from? And I was like, it's the dude from Hackers. Holy shit.
Oh, really?
Crash Override.
Yeah.
He's done a bunch of like BBC stuff, I think.
No, you want to know something really weird? Crash Override is the guy who plays Sherlock Holmes in Elementary.
Really?
Is he really?
Yes.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
funny.
And it blew my freaking mind when I realized that.
Who is the bad guy hacker? Because I've seen him in a ton of things.
Noel Fleischman from
Yeah.
that one show.
Oh
Can't remember.
man.
Joe.
What's the crap I always say, and I totally am
Northern
blanking
Exposure.
on it now, where he like comes skateboarding in the room. Never fear, I is here. Yeah, always cracked me up when I...
I don't remember.
He
God.
is the plague.
The plague, yes.
The
There you
plague.
go.
Someone's looking it up.
Never
No, I'm
fear.
actually not even at my computer.
Oh, are you a fan?
I
Yes.
am.
Oh my god.
Oh man, I love that movie. That was one of my favorites.
I think the one like computer movie.
Watch
So there,
parties,
well,
let's
I
see.
say one. The two computer movies that were anywhere close to the real thing was War Games with Matthew Broderick.
I
um,
love that movie.
The phone companies actually had to change some things because of what was revealed in the movie.
Right.
How to make a free phone call, and then Sneakers with Robert Redford and that Sneakers was actually.
So
I mean, it's a little out there. But
Sneakers is
not
amazing.
it's not like
I
too
love
out
that
there. Like
movie.
Hackers was like way out there.
Yeah.
in my opinion. But
it
Sneakers was
very
really
much-
good.
Silk Milks, as far as like how do you create your character, I mean that's really something you're gonna, I mean, pick up a player's handbook. You're definitely gonna want to do some research on that, but character creation is definitely something you want to do. If it's for a particular game with your DM, that's something you want to talk to with your DM about what the rules are for character creation. But I highly encourage people to make a character. Just make a character, like, go step by step through the rules, make a character, figure out what you'd want to play, and kind of give it that objective look. When we start doing the Wednesday game, we'll definitely have streamed character creation sessions. Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
I just linked the open content. So a lot of the D&D content is published with an open license. So like you can
OGL.
stick it on the website and refer to it. And that'll give you some idea.
Hackers is not on the list, sadly.
If you want to do a quick and dirty character, it won't give you every single option, but D&D Beyond does allow you to make characters.
That's cool too. Yeah.
And it'll take you through the entire process.
And that's
I don't know
official.
if it's not going to be ready yet by this Wednesday. It's going to start happening on Wednesdays, and I've been talking about it for a while, but I'm actually going to be running a bit of a custom setting in D&D, and I've got a bit of work I want to do. D&D Beyond, by the way, is a fantastic resource. The only reason I don't use it is I've already spent a lot of money on D&D books, and in order to get full feature of their services, you have to basically rebuy their digital version of your book. Sad. It's disappointing. Otherwise, they have some great stream integrations too, which I would love to do. Chris might. Just kidding.
Now I want to do dice across your screen, man.
I want you to do that too.
Because Wizards is doing it, and I'm like, I could do that.
That'd be fun.
Mm-hmm.
I really just want them to expand the catalog so I can go watch the movie Hackers. I'm looking at...
Well, we can add buttons to the character sheet to like make attack rolls and stuff like that. Or we have to do it through Twitch.
Silk Milks, I hear you loud and clear on that one. I am broke as everything. Let's see, what can I watch on here? By the way, I just watched all of Avatar: The Last Airbender.
I want to watch that.
I
but I'm too
really
busy
liked
watching-
it.
I'm watching Peaky Blinders, and it is so good.
I heard that one was good.
It's like, it is. It's like a show made for me.
Farscape's on here. Watched it for the millionth time. This was the first time I saw it, Silk Milks. It was really good. I actually enjoyed the hell out of it. Good Omens is on here. I guess it's all the Prime TV shows are of course on here.
Oh, is that the Twitch thing?
Yeah, the ones I can stream. I
we're
can watch.
gonna totally have to watch
I Am Legend.
Wheel of Time when it comes out.
Oh crap! I didn't even think about that.
When did that come out?
I don't know.
I hope they update it and add it to the list, because I will definitely have Wheel of Time watch parties with you guys. Are you kidding me? We'll be like pausing it every 5 seconds and going.
And we're like,
She smoothed her skirts. She smoothed her skirt. No.
She sniffed. She sniffed.
She sniffed. Oh god, I love those books. Ugh.
If you didn't know, that's Geidel Kane Reborn.
Yeah. Look, it's Geidel Kane.
He doesn't know it yet, but he's Geidel Kane.
We could watch The Expanse if we wanted to watch some sci-fi as a group.
The Expanse is solid.
So, Milks, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the Adventurers.
Welcome.
Xerak, I think that might have, yeah.
Did that hit me to 300?
Your 300th follower.
I'm 300 followers. Thanks, Silk Milks. You're my number 300. I was wondering if I was going to cross that this week. Sweet. I'm going to wake up everyone in my house cheering now. Oh, that's awesome. 300 followers, and it only took me 3 years.
No, but you've been having a good year. Like I think
So far.
all the like D&D and
Do you win $1 million? If Twitch gives me 2 million, I'll send you $1 million. Okay. That offer only a free ice cream cone. I wish I could send you that. I can give you a thank you. There we go. There's some love. That's as close to an ice cream cone as I can get. I would
I'll give
totally.
him free smiley faces.
I like the little smiley, rainbow smiley guy. So I'm looking at the rest of these watch party things. And I totally want to watch Wheel of Time as a group now. That's gonna be that's an amazing stream. I don't even if no one watches it, I just want to do it. You know what game I'm looking forward to streaming a lot?
What's that?
Cyberpunk.
Gate?
Oh, Baldur's Gate too, but
2077.
Cyberpunk is gonna be my jam. I'm definitely doing a 24-hour stream for that one, or at least 2 12-hour streams, which is not saying much for me considering how long I've been live today. Yeah, right now, so Milks, I'm playing the Pathfinder Kingmaker right now. But it's just making me want Baldur's Gate so much more. And I think me and Chriso and Lev, I think it's 3-player, right?
Baldur's Gate.
Baldur's
Yeah.
will be 4.
4. Oh,
Standard party size.
where will we find a 4th? I was waiting for Lynx to go me.
What, for Baldur's Gate?
Yeah,
Baldur's Gate 3.
not that into it.
Uh,
That's
not so
fine.
much.
That's fine. I've got a bunch of people.
What is wrong with you?
So Baldur's Gate is going to be, it's built on basically the core concept of the Divinity engine. And if it's anything like Divinity 2, we can actually run D&D games in it. It's going to be amazing.
That would be insane
5e
and
rule
awesome.
set and everything. Yes.
Wait, George R. R. Martin helped write the story for Baldur's Gate 3?
What?
No.
What? What?
Does that mean it's not finished yet?
I see what you did there.
Made myself sad. I really want to know how Game of Thrones ends. Because the TV show didn't show me. Because the ending sucked on the TV show. That's what I was saying.
He says, I think he said the ending was going to be different than the TV show. Actually, the race featured in Baldur's Gate 3, the Githyanki, was stolen from one of George R. R. Martin's books.
Really?
What?
No way. Githyanki have been around forever.
Yeah, Gith have been around forever.
It took the name from Martin's 1977 science fiction novel Dying of the Light.
Really?
Yeah, Martin's version of Githyanki was different than D&D's, as they had psychic powers as well.
Are you reading that Reddit post? No,
I'm
Githyanki
reading some
aren't
other-
squid guys. Githyanki is literally the encounter you guys almost had tonight, except I didn't want to do it without Crows here and the guys on dragons.
Red
Sci-fi.
Dragon Riders.
Apparently, he has a sci-fi series that he wrote way before A Song of Ice and Fire when he came up with the concept of the Gith. One of the larger differences is that they were enslaved to an alien race known as the Hrangans, not Illithids. Gith first appeared in a Fiend Folio, which was part of a revised version of the first edition D&D in 1981. Martin wrote his novel in 1977. The Gith Yankee were introduced by Charles Stross in his Advanced Dungeons & Dragons campaign. Stross borrowed the name from a fictional race created by George R. R. Martin.
Why does that name sound familiar?
Charles Stross, I don't know.
He's a sci-fi author.
George R. R. Martin himself was not aware that the name had been borrowed until a fan and a D&D player informed him after a public reading in 1984. The Gith Yankee Illithid relationship was inspired by Larry Niven's world of Patovs.
And then, the Vancian magic system in D&D. Jack Vance.
Yeah.
They stole that too.
Interesting. I mean, why not? Man,
I think I'm gonna head out for the night, guys.
yeah, I'm probably about to wind down too. I think it's time. Silk, thanks so much for hanging out. I stream. Yeah, I mean, you can see my schedule down below. I stream quite a bit, so you're always welcome to come hang out, even for, I mean, just whatever you want to watch. But I'm tired and I've got an early day tomorrow. I will be back here with some Pathfinder, hopefully closer to 10 a.m. No, I might be starting a little bit late, like 11 a.m. Arizona time. Just because I got people coming to cut palm trees and I have to socially distance myself into getting them to do my trees.
We'll talk more about downtime stuff and everything else too. So
yeah, let's get RP chat going. We'll get some stuff going.
All right.
Silk Milks will
Talk to
stop
y'all
by.
later,
Your
guys.
schedule for Thursday back to 8.
Okay.
You want to keep it at 8:30?
As far as what's on my stream right now,
Yes.
I'm just leave it at
8:30 is not bad. Could be like a split the difference sort of thing.
8:30. I could probably make. I say 8:30. I could probably make. I mean,
Well,
there's a
why don't we do
chance.
hard start at 8 and then game start 8:30?
That works.
Okay.
So, all right.
All right.
Good night, gentlemen. Thank you so much.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, stream. Thanks for stopping by. Love you guys. Sleep well.